Do anything I was supposed to do. Did I put a title on? Did I do anything that happens when you go live? And we'll never know. We'll never know. Because I just deleted it and just did it how I normally do it. I feel like I just hit the go live button, but whatever. Please hit the like. It's good. Oh, oh, I did that. Okay. Period. Hello everyone. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Absolutely. Yes. We just pop on lives. Remember when I used to give y'all a time? Remember that? Y'all remember that? Like schedule and try to be all punctual. And then I'm still late. Oh well. So that's just how the game go. It absolutely do. Hello, look at all of you running on up in there. Look at my members. My members, my members. Let me see how do you guys. Oh my god, this is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. Hello, Miss Bennett, Too Persuasive, Rochelle, Coco, Los Boo, Afterthoughts, The Plug, Michelle, Sparrow, yes, Lindsay, It's the Vibe, My Baby, Butte, 318, I'm gonna say that. Just Me, Green Eyes, No In There, Abundance. Did I say Truth Hurts? Because Truth Hurts. Remember. Nefta Goddess, and I'm a girl. Oh, I like that name, Ambitious RN. I like that. I like that. Hi, LeBron. Shout out to Potent Pondering. Y'all get over there and subscribe to Potent Pondering. I love LeBron's channel. So, guys, get over and tell him Sean sent ya. Tell him Sean sent ya. But don't be talking shit when you say it, okay? All right. A shout out to Overthoughts, Miss Love, Tiffany, Eternity, Miss Leah, Miss Tony Baby, Miss Tony Baby. I'm blocked. I thought she was a burnt gap. Back over here. Because girl, we don't have to get rid of her before. Hi, Tip West. And I'm a girl, Miss Cage. Hey, boo. Yes. So I love y'all. I love y'all. So I was sitting over here being messy. Announcements. Because, you know, we have to do announcements. Now, we do announcements when we come into sectors, okay? Now, I know a lot of, new sectors, you guys, when we just, just open up the door, just walk on in. I know. I get it, So we do announcements because sometimes with so much information, when there's so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being SeanDavieWay. Oh, my word. So that's just what that word. Now I have a whole bunch of information, and I'll be trying to spread it out. And the reason I be trying to spread it out is so that I could give y'all some time on the airway because a lot of y'all are basic. Okay, a lot of you are basic. Ho, 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 ho. I'm not saying that the views are. Correct. Correct. I'm not saying that. The views are saying that you guys are basic. Like that's it. Okay? And we done can't just stomping on the whatever. It just is what it is. I'm sorry. Amazing. I'm sorry. Like it is what it is. I can't help it. I'm not gonna like not be great so that you guys can. Like, okay, because I've seen a couple of y'all that's angry with me. And if I were you, I would hate me too. I absolutely would. My camera's on. I have swag. I'm attractive. Yeah. I'm bringing bracelets back. Like, I get it. I understand. I understand. But not dim our light so that you guys can shine. So, again, just shine with us. That's all I can say. Yeah, just shine with us. Come hang out. That's all I can tell you. Come hang us. Girl, come up here, bitch. Come up here. You can come up here. You just got to do it on your own. That's all. And it ain't no rope. Okay? Well, what hair I'm letting down, I'm not Rapunzel. So, that's just what that word. That's just what that word. So, yeah. Like, just come hang out with us. Come up to the top floor. Your elevator is stopping at the 5th floor. I don't work on elevators. Like, I don't work on elevators. So, but you can definitely come hang out. That's all I can tell you guys. So, I get you guys are upset. You're going to stay that way. Me no care. Yes, we are a year late in story and already getting more traction than you. I get it. Ever. I really don't know what to say to that. Hey, you're great. Stop it. Okay. I mean, stop being who you are. Why? what, is, what is the problem? Like, you guys math. You guys not like me? Because you don't hear me right here, huh? Right here? We won't wait on it. So, yes, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Now, yesterday, the wrong article was put up, okay? And that is base fault. So when I was talking, yes, because y'all try to correct me on everything. No. The uncheckables and the plastics was supposed to check me. Y'all didn't. Oh well. So I had two articles, right? The miss of the person was buried in a shallow grave. Now one of them I was just doing research on, and I'm a girl. I wanted to see if there was connection because there was this white girl that was in the shallow grave, and I'm a girl. So I was just like, oh my god, like did he? Because it was supposed to be like did Jarvis do this to her too? Type of situation because that lady, God rest her soul, was an addict. Yes, Lord. She was an addict. And at the hotel, they said that Jarvis, and I'm a girl, crackheads. Yes. That he would bring Shirley Louises to, yes, correct. He would bring one of them Shirley Louises, one of them lot lizards, on the crack, girl, down to the hotel. A motel, not a hotel. That they don't keep the light on for. So y'all, so he used to take them down there. So I'm like, oh girl, what if he had took that white girl out and he had one put that white girl in that grave? But I had a whole bunch on my mind. So since I had a whole bunch on my mind and y'all didn't tell me while I had it up, so that's y'all fault. That's y'all problem. Because that's all you have to do. Y'all correct me and never get goddamn the every goddamn thing. Y'all can't wait to correct shy. So at grill. So that's just what it whatever. Whatever. Ho ho ho. Whatever. Y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all let it rock. So we let it rock. It was a smooth show. It was cute. So that's just what that was. That's what it was. But there was a little piece of an update on the shallow body or the grave that was found in the shallow body. Or the Lord, other way around. The body found in a shallow grave. There was a little update to that. That's what they were. And I was going to tell y'all that. But, oh, well, it was a lot going on. Oh, well, this family is a lot. Okay? This family is a lot. NaZiyah, girl, your family is a lot. Now, we're going to get into that. NaZiyah's mother has spoken this. Okay? She just spoke a few days ago. I said, ooh, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Because everybody want to know what she has to say. I do. I'm very curious to hear what she has to say about the situation. Now, I am going to say she is over there being a little piece of delusional, okay? Because she thinks that NaZiyah is still alive, okay? Now, at this point in time, I'm going to have to say, sweetheart, keep hope alive. I'm not even going to discuss you. Keep hope alive. But she still think in her mind that she's still live. So, maybe it's just somebody not coming to with things, and whatnot. But hey, it is what it is. So we're gonna listen to that. It's not long. So we're gonna listen to that. And also her brother, what is his name? Oh no, who wants supposed to click on it? Growl. Growl. Oh, what is his name? His name is, I wanna make sure I say it right. Lord. Okay. Hold on. 1 second. I gotta get his name. Start with an E. What's his name? Sorry. Let me make it smaller. Vari. So his name is Vari, Vari. So her brother Vari, NaZiyah's brother from her mother, biological mother, he has been saying certain things too. So we're gonna get into a little bit of that as well. But y'all, did y'all know they was calling Roxy out over there on TikTok, girl, saying it was over here taking money, girl? And then I was confused because Vari, her brother, based off of the text messages that Roxy put out, yes, I'm that nosy. I'm nosy. Hell, Lord. So I'm gonna put up the text messages and we're gonna read the text messages too. Whatever. Nosy. I'm nosy. So she put out these text messages between her and Vari basically like asking for money. And like, if you don't raise any money, baby, like, let me get that about you. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. And then Roxy is basically saying to Vari inside of the message, it's like, look, I want to talk to you because all you seem to be worried about is money. I'm just like, oh my God, girl. Oh my word. What is going on here? So Roxy, my girl, because I like Roxy. Like, I don't want Roxy to feel any type of way again. When I first get into the story, it's a lot of information, drinking it in. And then it's like you get like upset, and all that. Because I have no issue with Roxy. Shout out to Roxy. I like her. I like Roxy. I'm a fan of Roxy. I like her. I think she's beautiful. I love looking at her. She's gorgeous. And I think that this is a lot. I think that this is a lot. So when people see this emotion coming from her, I think she's really raw. This is her family member. And then it's like you got two sides of the coin. You got one side of the internet. It's like, she's a good person, that she's doing the right thing. And they see that she's trying to do the right thing. And then you got the other of the internet, basically like, oh, you ain't do nothing. This is your fault too. Y'all just trying to get money, now and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So that is a lot to that. It is. It can be a lot. It's like you're being like tug of war, like you're being pulled back and forth. So I can understand that. And it's not easy. Again, these things happen like overnight. You go from like Roxy on her life, just doing social media like any other normal person, followers, know all your followers, all of that, to boom, a situation happens and now you're everywhere and now you're plastered everywhere. Then everybody's talking about you, an opinion on you. And the popular opinion is to dislike the thing. It's not so everybody, not, no matter who you are. At this point, a lot of people, the public, I think, is angry at the entire family. I don't think there is a specific person. I mean, I think that there's more anger towards like Shannon and Annette, the grandmother and the aunt. I think there's a lot of anger towards them, which is rightfully so. But no one is like excluded, is how I think the public is shaming, and shunning all of them. And not just some. So again, that could be hard. And at times it can make you want to give up too. You can be like going from really want to fight the good fight and try to do what you can to help. And some people can discourage you from doing so. And you just kind of just want to throw your hands up because it just becomes more than you can bear. It's just like, yeah, this is just too much. Like you eat, breathe, and sleep it. Like you lose in sleep, you lose in weight. It's just, you fall into depression and don't even realize that you're obsessing, about something that you can't control. So yeah, I just think that is a lot that do that as well. What else? Shannon, the aunt. So Roxy was speaking. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So Roxy was speaking, and she said that not only did I find out because the Jarvis butt sleeping with the twins. So not only did I find out that Jarvis was sleeping with Barney and Baby Barney, well, Barney and BJ, girl. But, girl, I'm just gonna have to pull it up. I'm just gonna have to I'm like, this is crazy. This is insane. So Roxy, now doing more research, because I'm like, okay, what is everybody doing? Is anybody doing anything? Is anybody, do y'all really care? Because, like, why aren't people, stomping the pavement, all of this stuff? She says that they are stumping the pavement. They are putting up flyers, all of that stuff, but the flyers and stuff have been being removed. So Roxy was questioned. They were like, okay, well, who do you think are removing the flyers and whatnot? Said the twins. So Shannon and her sister. Wow. The flyers that they were putting up in town, in Detroit and the surrounding area, of her missing, and all of that they were being taken in certain places throughout the city. And you would think like, okay, well, who would take down missing signs of someone unless they're found? Like why would you do that? Like, why would you take, them down? I feel like she's right. I think, Roxy, you're correct. The reason I think you're correct is because although Shannon and her sister, they clearly share everything, including dick, but I think that her sister know as well. She may have confided in her sister. So to take those signs down would be helpful in people not thinking of NaZiyah at all. in the area that she passed or was taken away, and all of that over there, necessarily a good area. It is an area that they have thrown away, that the city has thrown, that the police has thrown away. Crimes that happen in that area, a lot of them go unsolved. So again, it gives was probably taking those flyers down so that out of sight, out of mind. So we'll stop talking about NaZiyah and looking for her when they know she's gone. Let me get something to drink, girl. Why would they want y'all looking for a girl that's deceased? Why? See, we don't know that she deceased, but they do. So, yeah. Why would it, again? And then it also in the neighborhoods and stuff that they go in the places that they go, people know them by face. They know them. So again, out of sight, out of mind. You see a picture of NaZiyah missing in the store, then you look over and you see her like, oh, ain't you? Hey, hello, come here, Barney. Who took a chocolate cake? So and I'm a girl. So it's like out of sight, out of mind. You know, if people seeing it, they're gonna keep talking about it. If you take it away, people forget about it. So that's just how it was. I think that she being honest about that, and I think people say like, well, why would they take it down? Because she's deceased. It's different. If she was really out there, you know, alive and well, then I think that they would want people to look for her. I think they would. But since they know she's not coming back, what is the point of having these signs and stuff up besides reigniting the fuel, you know, and starting this fire over and over and over again, something that they're trying to get away from? You know, people keep bringing it up. So, but let's get into this. So Roxy, my girl, was over hooping and hollering on TikTok. I want to know what the state gives. Hold on. So shout out to Shanitra Speaks. And she's Shanitra Speaks on our platform. Actually, I'm going to show the screen. It isn't like live video or anything like that. But I'm going to show you just so you can find her. Shanitra Speaks. She's on all platforms. So she spoke to Roxy. And now Shanitra, she found some information, was listening to Roxy on other interviews. And Roxy is NaZiyah's cousin, pretty much the spokesperson for the family. NaZiyah, she's been the one stumping the pavement most, pulling as much awareness to this as she can. She's created a type of social media for NaZiyah on all platforms: Facebook, IG, Snapchat, TikTok. I mean, everywhere. She's created things. So upon looking more into Roxy, she really has been, you know, working hard, you know, so shout out to her for that. Now I understand people have a certain opinion on Roxy. I think she does give love or hate. There is no middle with her. It's either you like her or you don't. That is what her personality gives. I will give that. There really is no middle. It's just like, yeah, I like her, or it's just like, yeah, I don't like her. Is what I think Roxy's personality is. So, and I understand both sides. I can understand a person liking Roxy, and I can understand a person not being favorable of her. I get it. But I think that it's good somebody is doing something. So since she is, I'm not going to look at the negatives. I'm going to look more so at the positives, because at the end of the day, finding her, NaZiyah, is what is key. So attacking Roxy to me does not get us any closer. Her, if anything, Roxy would get information about NaZiyah before any of us would. So why discourage the person that could be the most helpful? At the end of the day, the story is getting bigger and bigger. More information is coming out, and you never know. They could get a really big break in this case if someone reaches out to the spokesperson, and that at this point in time has been Roxy. Yeah, I think, yeah. So with Shanitra and the other women that were on the platform, I don't think it was the best tactic to try to expose someone. The bigger message right now is finding NaZiyah. So I understand, like, Shanitra and the other women that are, because we're going to listen to it on the platform. I understand that this is a situation that is very triggering, and it also is a situation that makes you very passionate when you do speak on topics like this. So with the women speaking to her in this manner, more so, I believe it was Shanitra speaking to and the way that she was speaking to her, the tone and the things that she was saying, more so trying to expose her, saying that, well, I know this because in this picture we have this and da 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 da. I don't know. Maybe she took it personal. Maybe it became personal to her within that moment because I just don't see what that had to do with, the bigger message, which the bigger message is, finding NaZiyah. It does seem like Shanitra or whomever, which woman was speaking, has an issue with Roxy. Dude really has an issue with her. And Roxy was defending herself. I respect Roxy for staying on the platform and not dropping down and say she was being accused of many things, of even receiving money for Naya and in NaZiyah's name, but maybe using it for other causes and things like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna let y'all listen. Shout out to Shanitra. I'm gonna put her on the screen so you guys can see her name so you can follow her.
They don't give. I didn't even know they was adopted until she said that in court.
She said she talked about the GoFundMe already, y'all.
Okay. Well, I was just asking those questions because.
So it's a GoFundMe created for NaZiyah, I believe, and if it was for the funeral or it was one created, and I am going to look into that as well. But I just heard of that today, pretty much, with listening to this. So they're grilling her, and Roxy is the one that's being grilled. She's the one on the screen, right? Pretty girl. So yeah, let's listen. Play, please.
Because you had got up here and told that little lie about the family, and so I just had to make sure we cleared that up.
I didn't tell no lies about nothing, but okay.
But it was because I got the pictures. Anna, can you post the pictures whenever you get a chance?
How can I post them?
Like if you go to your like if you on live right now, it should have somewhere like you might do like a green screen or something, and it'll give you an option to bring the pictures up.
Thank you, Nick Nack, for becoming a member over on Coffee. Thank you so much, sweetie. So she is bringing up that I believe Roxy said the last time she's seen NaZiyah was at this family reunion, and she's asking the receipts to be pulled up because from what she could see, she was not there. So I believe that's why she's saying put the picture on the screen.
With that big march. You know that a lot of fuel on that is going to have a hard time.
Y'all, I don't know how to work this, so y'all gotta bear with me.
Just going about their business. Same thing in this game as the rest of the CFP in the first 7.
Y'all like I can't come back and see and see just because I came back for or you planned it or planned it not doesn't mean
my other question is
That was Roxy.
My other question is if you were truly concerned about NaZiyah, why do you keep going from platform to platform, keep trying to make this about you? Because you were in another live earlier on another panel crying, and you were saying that this was too much for you and you was leaving, but now I see you over here.
First of all, I didn't.
So she's questioning Roxy. She said, Roxy, you just said you doing all of this, but you was just on the panel. You said that you was done, but now you over here. I'm going to let Roxy defend herself. Roxy is going to respond.
Right, because the lady was nice, and she said a nice prayer, and I was thankful for her prayer that she prayed over me.
No, wait a minute. I was in the live, and I also screen recorded. You was over there accepting donations and stuff, and you were being very rude and disrespectful.
What donations did I accept?
Wait a minute.
Up. He said, so Shanitra said, hold on. You are also over there collecting donations. It's like, whoa. So you could tell the energy that Shanitra had, because she's going blow after blow after blow after blow after blow. Like, she is not letting up on Roxy. Like, so you can tell. That's definitely like, it's something there. I don't know if she's just been seeing stuff about Roxy that she just doesn't like, whatnot, because I believe the relationship their rapport was better. Now it seems it has worsened over time, and again, it's been like over a year with all of this stuff going on. So yeah, I think that this is a little heavy because I'm like, it's getting beyond the message, which the true message is finding NaZiyah. But hey, I can't knock Shanitra if she feel like she got questions about these receipts. Hey, it's different just throwing allegations at someone. But when you're saying like, we got this, we got that, nobody's seen, I screen recorded this, I screenshot you over there collecting money and all of this stuff about while being rude. All of this, she got receipts, backing what she's saying.
Jump panel to panel, and then now you over here trying to pander these things, these people over here, because they went over there, they don't know you. And you got off and you said this was too much for you. But your whole MO was to get on TikTok and try to jump from panel to panel to stop us from talking, because you said we just rambling and mentioning stuff that we don't know.
I don't have an MO. I heard my name, so I came.
Okay, so what you heard your name on?
I was
Because
thinking
it wasn't this one.
the one I scrolled on, the other one that I was on.
We were saying Roxy, hit it for Texas.
It was Texas.
It was
Texas.
Roxy. Please put it down. We think it's gonna go back. Roxy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you wake up. Stop.
Roxy. Trying to badger me and attack me. What
I mean, and I did. And what you gonna do about it? And what I did though. But I did.
See that now? That's what I didn't like when she said, but I did though. What you gonna do about it? Like I'm not in agreement with that. Like that's why I'm like, okay, now it's going a little far, going further than what I feel like it should go. Because now she calling Roxy to the street. Now it's turning into basically like a brawl now.
We're not trying to bash. We're not trying to.
I came around when I came out. I wasn't here when I wasn't here. Like,
okay, and another thing, you said Mimi was a liar. One that had Mimi phone, and you deleted the live off her phone, and you told her don't go on live no more.
I did not have that girl phone.
Yes, you did. Roxy, don't tell no lie. No,
I don't have to tell a lie.
You deleted the live off her Facebook. You had the phone in
your delete something off her Facebook.
So allegedly, Roxy over there, shout out to Mimi, she over there deleting lives of Mimi's and logging in. Like, what? It's like, Roxy, like, what, is you really out here like, Roxy, grab. Wait a minute. I'm like, hold up. What is going on? I'm like, so you really out here wilding? I'm like, Roxy, what is the tea? Is you really out here like grilling the girls? Trolling the girls? Well, what are we doing, Roxy? Like, it's like, is she really out here doing this? Or is this shit? This is a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, Roxy. What are you showing pictures to explain to the viewers and stuff what you're showing?
Please, I was trying to figure it out.
Girl, I was trying to figure it out too, child.
If you don't like me, then oh well. I don't give a fuck.
Man, it's not about nobody not like you. I don't know you.
Clearly you don't because you're trying to make something
about you.
Focus on the pictures. Focus on the pictures. Focus on the pictures. Focus on the pictures. What are we looking at?
You said the last time y'all had a family reunion was in 2010. That if you scroll, you gotta move it over on the side of the fence.
Okay, but where's the picture of me though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
NaZiyah right there in 2016 at the family reunion.
Okay, that's what they did. I wasn't even here.
No, you just got on here and you said you keep the family together. You the glue for everybody.
When I am here.
So the argument at this point in time, going back to the picture to where it originated, Roxy states that while she was up here on their show, stating that she's like the glue of the family. She keeps the family together. The family functions, yada yada. So she's saying if you were the glue, if you did this and you did that, then one of the last times NaZiyah went to these family events was the family reunion in 2016. And it's like, nowhere to be found. And that is her basically trying to say, like, that's the receipt that you are a liar because you just said that, you the glue, you house all the things, you keep the family together, and all of that, yada, yada. But in 2016, when they had this family reunion, they're going to NaZiyah, but where are you? So Roxy feels like that doesn't prove anything because Roxy was stating it like, okay, well, when I am around, I am the glue. And because Roxy didn't, I guess, be specific, and state that since she didn't elaborate, and just kind of kept it like, I'm the glue. Shanitra, I felt that was her opportunity to take to say, she is a boom, you lied, and I'm about to prove it because look at this. Here's the picture, blah, blah, blah. So, that is why Roxy's repeating, like, no, when I'm around, when I'm around. So we're around that a little bit because they got off course. So we were supposed to talk about this picture from the jump.
The family reunion was in 2010. That if you scroll, you gotta move it over on the other side of the fence.
Okay, but where's the picture of me though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
NaZiyah right there in 2016 at the family reunion.
Okay, that's what they did. I wasn't even here.
No, you just got on here and you said you keep the family together. You the glue for everybody. Without you,
when I am here, where is the picture of me?
Roxy, let's be for real. The family didn't cool with you like that. Roxy, let's be for real.
Where am I? Show me
That's
a
what I'm
picture of
saying,
me.
Texas. She don't keep trying to deflect what I'm saying.
I'm not deflecting nothing.
You
I said
are, though.
when
You
I am
are,
here, when
though.
I
I'm
am in
going
town,
back to
I
what you
put things
said
together.
earlier.
Roxy is this beautiful woman, and she is NaZiyah's cousin. NaZiyah at the top. This is Roxy. The one that's into it with like 4 different people right now on this TikTok show. This is Roxy. Yes. Ooh, I'm going to put up her nose. This beauty, she is gorgeous. Roxy right here. This is this cousin and spokesperson for NaZiyah and the Harris family. So she's been going around on a lot of podcasts and blogs and whatnot speaking. So, yeah.
I'm going back to what you said earlier.
Show me a picture of me in a t-shirt and then come back and holler at
like
me.
you the hero of the family, and that's not what you are, Roxy.
I don't want to be the hero.
See, Shanisha just said as well, you keep painting this picture of the hero of the family and you're not.
Okay, but
Which I think that was kind of crazy. I'm like, damn, like, what is happening? This seems really personal. I almost thought they like knew each other. Because I'm like, this is really, like this it's traveled, beyond a conversation. It's no longer a conversation anymore. This is I'm going to get you. I'm gonna get you, sucker, type of situation. So yeah, she's not playing with Roxy. But again, like I said, I can appreciate Roxy not backing down, standing around and being like, this is what it is, sticking up for herself.
And stop getting on these lies, lying to these people because you just did this in another room.
What am I lying about? If I was lying, then
I agree. Y'all saying in the chat. Sorry, I don't mean to keep pausing it. But y'all saying in the chat that this is supposed to be about NaZiyah. I agree. This is why I said it did get. I've said it before I even played it because I wanted to let y'all know that I fully understand that this had off course. Than from what the discussion is supposed to be. And I say that things like this and situations like this can discourage people like Roxy to go forward, because what Roxy's doing is a good thing. She is speaking, she is answering questions, she actually looking for this young lady. She has stumped the pavement. She's been to these hotels, she's been around the neighborhoods, all of that. She's tried. So there's only so much that you can do as one person. So I do feel like family should be doing more. But the true gag is Roxy did not have NaZiyah in her custody. These things did not happen under her literal watch, right? But the people's watch that it did happen on, like Shannon's net, they are doing nothing. They're not at hotels asking any questions. They're not in the neighborhood putting up missing signs. They're doing nothing. But Roxy is, and she is an int in this situation. Yes, the family let NaZiyah down, but it's not a literal statement. Everybody could have done more. Absolutely. It's a learning and teachable moment. Unfortunately, sometimes it's when we can't do anything. When it's time to step up, it's usually too late. And it don't have to be. This is the learning lesson to say, do something as soon as you find out, as soon as do your damnedest, right? So I think that this is partially like Roxy, trying to kind of want to make up for it. I may not have done as much as I could have done before, but I'm going to do as much as I can now. And I want to support her in that journey, because she don't have to do none of this. She could fall back and be quiet. She doing more than her own mom. She more than NaZiyah's own birth mother. Lady, she doing more than her. So why discourage her from that path? She's not doing anything bad by justice, by wanting NaZiyah found. But what's wrong with that? Like, I don't see what's wrong with it. So to attack her for it. And I don't think that she's the spokesperson of the family because she's trying to take over, or anything like that. I feel like she's the spokesperson because the majority people in this family, and I will look at the camera when are fucking dumb. Yeah, the Harrises, stupid. We can understand her. She can articulate herself, all of that stuff. She's educated. So honestly, I think that's why she's the spokesperson, because the rest of the family is illiterate. Y'all slow. Window lickers, booger eaters, all of y'all. Jarvis was slow, or slow. That is just what that is. Y'all slow. He short bus outside. That's what that word. It just is what it is. 2 + 2 = 5. 5 - 10 is 3. Yes. Hip hop. Hip Hop Anonymous. Damn you. That y'all. Absolutely. Correct. That's just what that word. So we understand her. She's intelligent. Okay? And she's helpful. She explains well. Okay? That's just what that word. That's just what that word. So yeah, so I but and again, this energy that she's getting right here, this is enough to discourage a person to really just be like, F it.
If this was truly about NaZiyah, why do you keep trying to go live from live, trying to check people about your name? This not about you. It's not about you.
Shout out to Roxy. That is Roxy in the background, like, girl, is you trying to help search or not? I'm like, period. I like her. I like Roxy because that is like so something I would say. Like I would literally say exactly what she is saying. Like, girl, don't nobody got time for this. Girl, is you trying to do you got your flashlight ready or not? Like, you got a shovel in your backpack, girl. You got your wood boots, girl. Your outdoor boots, girl. Like, girl, look. Is you trying to help or nah? So it's just like I felt that. I felt that. Because that is truly what this is about. Because, like, all of this other stuff is trivial. Like, it's petty compared to the bigger statement, the bigger mission, at hand. So it's like, I felt that. When she said that, like, girls, you try to help find her, search for her, or nah, I got to rewind that girl. I said, yes,
Roxy.
Roxy.
Then you could have shown me.
If this was truly about NaZiyah, why do you keep trying to go live from live, trying to check people about your name? It's not about you. It's about NaZiyah.
Calm down, y'all. Calm down. Okay, she did not say that she was the glue to the family. What she said was her last time she said if the family has
tell me what the fuck I said. I know what the fuck I've been doing.
Ooh. Now see now you got Ross talking about some I'll pull up because old girl, I don't know if it's Shanitra or if it's one of Shanitra's guests, but she said you not gonna do nothing though. You not gonna do nothing. It's like why are we here? Why? I am entertained, but why are we here? Like, what is we pulling up for? Like, no. Because Roxy, like, look at here. Say less. I can pull up. Like, it's like, why?
Why you ain't ran up on it?
You should have been pulling up for them kids.
Now I see that this when it get real messy, because old girl like, look, why you ain't run up on Shannon? I'm like, no, that's a good one. No. I'm like, ooh, that's a good one. I'm like, ooh, that's a good one, bitch. Now she got you right there, Roxy girl. I love you, Roxy girl. I like you, girl. But she got you right there. I said, oh yeah, girl. Why you ain't twirled that penguin, that purple penguin over there in no circle? I don't know. When you said, because girl, I would have stopped that. Ain't no, look at here. 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 My family member. I promise you. A rap. Oh, say less. When we come to town, we coming to your house first. Oh, we handling you. Yeah. Oh, we handling you. Y'all know Shannon is over there basically counting down to it. Yes, I'm excited violence because, like, are you kidding me? And you just sitting over here doing nothing? And we supposed to believe y'all ain't got nothing to do with nothing? Oh, getting beat up. Shannon would have got beat. And I do it all by myself. I don't need none of my family. Girl, I do it all by myself. I beat it out of her. I will beat it out of her. I sure will. Where is she? I will beat it out of her. I sure will. Where is she? I sure will. I will go to jail. Like, I'm completely fine with it. Why are you in jail? Because I beat information about where my dead cousin at. Out of my auntie because she ain't want to tell me because her pedo boyfriend she's still in love with. I said, right. And when I get out, I plan on doing it again. She better move. That's all I can tell her. Until I find out where she's at, she's beat up. I'll fight all her kids. All of I'm completely fine with it. I'll fight you too. I'm completely fine with it. But yeah, we built different. So yeah. Oh no. We built somebody missing. Like we got a whole family member missing. Enough what happened to the family member. But they gone. And y'all have to know something. And y'all ain't saying nothing. We're beating y'all ass. Yeah, how my family built. We gotta talk about it. We all just be looking at each other and just speak through the eyes. We don't talk about it. Correct. We'll just handle it. Enough said. We the type that mid-conversation haul off like we them people. We come in and say, how do you take our shoes off, everything, and beat you up in your own kitchen. So it's like, that's just what we do. So I would say that that is a good one because I don't understand why she got beat up yet. Why not? She's no longer family. Was she allowed? She's no longer family. No, that's the bitch on the street. That's what that is. Yeah, Shannon, she wouldn't consider my family. She counting down to when he get out. Like, she rooting for him to get out of jail. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you're getting beat up right away. See, I have a lot of women in my family, so I would just watch. I'm definitely in some slumps. But I would just watch. But they would handle it. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have to lift a finger. But if I didn't have any women in my family, oh well. Because I would never hit a woman with bitch's ass. And that is what Shannon is. So yeah, I don't feel no way somebody as evil as her. Was she allowed to happen to that girl? And you're protecting one that did it? Like, are you serious? We hate you. Yeah, no. She won't be considered family to me anymore. That's old girl. It's not my family. That is how I would look at it. Because my family, how I'm built, because I would never do that. So what, no. Hell no. I could have no dealings. So, yeah, well, that's a good question. Why hasn't Shannon been beat up yet? She need to be beat up. She do. I mean, whatever. To get street justice. We gonna get justice, or she gonna feel it.
I just want to start yelling just because.
You ain't ran up on Shannon.
One out of 10. Get the fuck up out of here.
Stop, y'all. It's stop. I understand everybody is passionate about this case.
This ain't passion. This ain't passion right here. This is something else.
She is more passionate because she is family. Yeah, I was doing what I did because I'm trying to make this shit make sense. And if I offended you, Roxy, I do apologize. I'm on NaZiyah's side. I ain't on nobody's side but NaZiyah. That's it. That's all. So if I offended you with my questions, I do apologize. I really do. I'm just trying to make this shit make sense. That's all. But she did not say that she was the glue to the family. She said if a family reunion happened, she would do the family reunion. But the last she did a family reunion was in 2010 or 11. But she never said she was the rock or she was the glue to the family. She didn't ever say that.
Don't try to make things fit your own agenda. You gotta listen.
So Roxy never said that. And that's not said at this moment in time because she, and like Roxy said, she said, I never said that. So again, that's why I said it seemed really personal with the woman that was going back and forth with her. Because like I said, to do all of this for what? To get back here, like none of that matters, All that matters at the end of the day is NaZiyah and questions about NaZiyah and answers about NaZiyah. Because this is who this is about. Because when she said to Roxy, you keep going around to these platforms making it about you. And it's like, well, she's not. Because if any platform that she's visited is anyone like you made this about Roxy. This was not about NaZiyah. All of your antagonistic ways and ways of attacking her with the moment had nothing to actually do with what is going on. More so of a way of you to try to make her look like how you want her to look. You want people to not trust her. You want people to think that she's disingenuous and other things, and you will do what you need to do within this moment to make that happen. But it's pointless to me, to try to do something like that because it's dividing I mean, how do you find confrontation during just seeking justice for someone? There should be no confrontation in it. Everybody should be on the same terms and have the same energy because there is a ending result and everybody wants the same one. But it didn't seem like that. It was just chaotic and all over the place. And it's disruptive of other people wanting to look out in this situation and keep up with what's going on. If it's going to turn into situations like this, because this was completely unnecessary, but we'll keep listening.
And to understand, don't just listen to hear it.
Exactly, right. What did you say?
But it still stands. If you was about NaZiyah and focus,
Girl.
why are you going on platforms trying to correct people about your name? This is supposed to be about your niece. It's not about
She answered questions. We had a question, and she was going around answering
questions. In order for people to support,
no, you just said the reason why
to
you
support me because I am asking for the community support. So I'm not going to sit up here and allow people to speak bad.
Very true. Very true. So shout out to Roxanne for that. Yes, you do have to support her in order to support NaZiyah because at this point in time, NaZiyah does not have a voice. So she is the people. And that is what Roxy is too. It's not just Roxy like the literal spokesperson for NaZiyah. Anybody that wants to help NaZiyah in this case, any that wants this young lady to get justice and whatnot is who's going to be, being supported and being supportive. We support each other, so we can make the goal happen. The goal is to find her instead of getting thrown off and off course because of drama and mess and stuff like that, to where we can't be a unit anymore because we are worried about the people that are supporting and judging the people that are supporting instead of just having that common bond of support. So yeah, I think that she's right. She is the voice of the people at this point. So it's not clout chasing with me going around speaking on NaZiyah's name. It's I'm main voice at this point, an innocent voice because Roxy is innocent. Shannon can't be the voice of NaZiyah. Everyone would have, including me. Sorry. Including me. Like at this point, I would attack her. Like at this point, I would definitely attack her, right? And I think that NaZiyah's birth mother can't necessarily be it either, because she's the number one ball dropper, and then the father, after that, but the father's deceased, allegedly. So, yeah. It's Roxanne is the best choice. Roxy, she's the best choice, at this point in time. She's the innocent of it all. A beautiful girl, so she's easy for people to watch, and listen to, and whatnot. So yeah, Crazy Goose said everyone told this girl. Agreed. I agree with that. But the lesser evil here, I think, is Roxy. She would be the lesser evil.
Or bash me when I'm trying to ask for the community's help. When you are asking for the community's help, you need to stand behind you. Do you or do you not?
Right.
Roxy, if that was the case,
so maybe you should stand behind me. And if the community doesn't have clarification about what they are supporting, how are they going to support it?
Correct.
And maybe the communication is fucked up is because we talking at you instead of to you.
It is. That's very true, Fifi.
And I understand that.
Clarifying that.
I understand that.
Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like.
I get it now.
All I'm trying to do is clarify the shit for you. You need to realize I don't have to do, and I'm not speaking to you, Fifi. I'm talking to Miss CBD for what or whatever her name is. I'm doing this shit voluntarily. I don't have to do this.
Let me call you out how you an imposter.
That's fine.
If you really wanted the community's help, when you had the people out there in Detroit on the search ground last year, you got into it with those people because you wanted to be the one to say that you found something.
What?
Wait a minute. I got all the proof.
Where you get your information from?
I got the proof, right?
Where you get your information from?
Exactly.
Wow.
I got the proof.
I got into it with them because they
Wait a minute, Roxy. Hold on, Roxy. Hold on, Roxy. Sweetheart, where you get is your receipts credible?
Yes, she was on live. She was on Facebook Live. Her whole thing switched up when the story went viral. She was on Facebook Live trolling the same individuals that was trying to help her out there on foot searching last year.
Trolling the person that lied and said that my cousin was in
when the girl was
right. You goddamn right. Because he's out spreading lies. One thing, I don't give a fuck how long it's been since I motherfucking seen her. But ain't nobody gonna continue to fucking disrespect my cousin and make money off my motherfucking cousin. And the shit ain't right.
You making money off
I'm not making anything.
Wow.
I'm not making anything. I tell you her motherfucking account right now. I'm not making anything. This shit is not about money. And as a matter of fact, if I am asking for money, it's for a motherfucking organization to make sure that motherfuckers don't get again.
You got mad.
Shit.
I help you.
Roxy, you got mad because the people said the $100 for the girl go get some damn shovels and tools. Everything what you was about money.
She don't know what she's talking about.
It's the accusations for me. It's like that's a lot, saying that you got mad at the crew because you wanted to be the one to say you found something, and you getting money off of this. It's like those wild claims to be thrown at somebody. It's not a good look. People take this type of stuff and run with it, and make up stuff like, yeah, I heard that, Roxy out here getting money off NaZiyah, and, instead of helping, she taking the money, buying this and that, so I don't like it.
No matter what you say, she got them receipts on y'all. All y'all y'all whole bloodline full of shit.
Can you get this troll?
Full of lies.
Can you get the troll off
here?
Get the troll off of here. I'm not a troll. Can you get her off here? Because she don't know what she's talking about.
Oh, what's going on?
This the money right here with the fake ass bracelets on. Can you get her off the string?
She told Anna to show the pictures. You do your green screen and show the pictures. Since you got the receipts. Let's see.
That part, right. That's somebody else from helping. Like I said earlier.
LaRon says she only wears $1,500. That's not a lot at all. No, it's not. And then again, like, what if you're gonna say that a person is stealing or a person is getting money in someone else's name and not doing the right thing, then you need to be able to prove what you are saying instead of just saying it because they are putting certain stuff together. Again, in order to make people move, sometimes money is needed. Money make the world go around. So you want to hire certain agencies and stuff like that. If you want to hire a private investigator, if you want to hire this or hire that, it take money to do all that. Like, why should she pull out of her own pocket, and we don't know what her finances is looking like, to take care of those things anyway when it's in the name of NaZiyah? Instead of people worrying about money and worrying about when people are requesting money, why not seek the people that should be putting money towards it? Like, I don't know, NaZiyah's mother, Shannon, Annette, the people that were responsible for her. Roxy was not. She was not responsible for NaZiyah. So I just like the attacks, because those are definitely attacks, and people a lot of times will not go do search. They will just hear something and run with it and just go start saying it themselves, and now it's spreading to where it's getting bigger and bigger, to where people are going around saying Roxy is scamming or taking money and stealing money in the name of NaZiyah, and now giving her a distrust that she doesn't deserve. Like, that's not cool. If she's something, then yeah, she should definitely be treated as such. But if she hasn't, why treat her like a thief if she's not a thief, is what I'm saying. Don't do that. Like, I don't like energy. It's not a good thing. It's not. I don't like it. I hate it.
That's what you don't know, and all I was trying to do
I know how to struck a nerve because you saying fake ass bracelets. Bitch, I got more money than family.
Lord.
I know exactly who I am because I messaged her. So we not make it seem like I'm a troll. I'm not no broke ass bitch. Listen, you messed away. You don't have nothing else to say. So now you got the Chinese shit and all this bro and all this shit. But you know I'm not telling no lies. You know I'm telling the truth.
Shout out to See Through. To be fair, NaZiyah's brother said his grandma is handling NaZiyah's memorial already, so why is Roxy collecting money for a memorial and a plaque? What grandma? The grandma that, let all this happen? You talking about that one? Because I wouldn't believe a thing out of her mouth. So, I mean, they're natural born liars. But the jury's not out on the brother either. So, because I'm gonna read these text messages soon. This video's almost over. I'm gonna read the text messages of Navir. Is it? I believe it was Navir and Roxy exchanged with one another. Now, when it comes to Roxy raising money, I have not looked into any of that yet. Again, like I said, I'm today's old, finding out about a lot of this stuff. So I don't want to act like I know something that I don't know, and I can just go look it up and go find the GoFundMe's and stuff myself, and then go from there. So I don't know what Roxy is allegedly raising money for, if she's raising money at all. I don't know. So I'm not going to act like I do, but I will be looking into. So yeah, she could be raising money for something completely different. But if you say that she's allegedly raising money for a memorial and a plaque, and you said that the brother stated that because the funeral, from what I gathered, has even certain celebrities have reached out and stated that they would be, that they're willing to pay for the funeral expenses. So is the grandma speaking of the funeral expenses? Because funeral expenses and a plaque and stuff, those are separate things. So I don't know. So yeah, I would have to look into that. But I definitely will though. So, but I don't know why Roxy's raising money, and or if she's raising money at all.
You messaged Anna. Hold on.
She said she messaged Anna.
We don't even give a damn who messaged and who. Where's this baby at?
She right. Specifically, she's family.
The girl is family.
Yes, and she said
This girl, this
girl in the corner, Miss CBF is family. Yes. No, I am.
So this family.
I can't. I'm on another
This Miss
panel.
CB, whoever this is, she family, right?
She's family to who?
To y'all.
But Roxy already said it's a bunch of them that's uncounted for this family. She might be there. She might be
Who your mammy is? Since you family.
Oh Lord!
Who's your mammy?
Wow. Not Mammy.
Y'all going now? Come on now, we women now.
Who is your mammy since you family?
We women now. Come on now.
Mammy is fighting words.
Miss
That's
CB.
fighting words.
Who is your mammy?
Ma'am, stop.
Damn.
Stop it.
What if she?
That's
but
crazy.
Roxy, you said that y'all got a lot of family
Texas, no, I
members.
really want to know, Texas. Who your mama is since you family?
I wouldn't
First of all, I
even
never told that lady I was family. I told her I was on another panel. Let's get that.
Girl,
I don't know where that came from.
That family. That is one family I would not want to claim. I would want no part to that shit.
Crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna bring, because there's not much left to hear here. So shout out to Shanitra. Again, y'all make sure y'all check her out. She's on all platforms: YouTube, IG, TikTok, all those places. So make sure y'all check her out. Let me get into now. There is right here. I think this one, Roxy.
And respond to him accordingly.
Yes. So Roxy speaks here, and she says about, which I'm gonna play her again. I think this is about her saying, yes, the twins. We're taking things down. So he's asking Roxy this. I don't know who the actual guy is, but I know it's on Shanitra's channel. And it's on Shanitra's TikTok. But they're asking Roxy questions about what she calls in platform, a podcast. And they wanted to know about what are they doing? Are they canvassing anything anymore? Are they out here in these good streets? Like what's going on with the search party and, all of that. So Roxy talks a little bit about that. And she also, that sounds like Mark. Is it Mark? Which are good questions. They are very good questions. And she states that a lot of the stuff that they put up, like the missing persons flyers and stuff like that she believes the twins, Shannon and her sister, have been going around town taking them down. Girl, let's get into it. It's a little low, but it gets better.
Roxy again.
Roxy, what's happening?
Can y'all hear?
So, everybody's up there saying I'm hot and stuff, Kenya hot and stuff, and all this other stuff like that. Ain't nobody stuff. We only being told or speaking on what's being brought to us. That's the whole thing, and nobody stopped looking. We've been pressuring. We're the only one
So,
that.
because y'all know that was one of my questions when we were live. I'm like, are y'all looking? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what is going on? You know, I'm like, is Roxy looking? Like, what's happening? So, she said that yes, they are still looking. Like, nobody gave up, you know, or anything like that. So,
been saying anything. I wish we could go back to the Facebook post that Kenya was posting that Facebook took down. It's been talked about. We've been talking about this man being a pedophile. It's been talked about. We never took our foot off the gas. But because Kenya is the one that's always got something to say, nobody want to believe Kenya. But now that the shit that blew up on the fan, now Kenya might be a little right. We never stop. We never stop putting our foot on the gas. We've been reporting it. We've been saying that this is a pedophile. We've been putting Shannon on blast that she having this man as her baby daddy.
So
and got 5 kids. He was 5 when he got out, and she was 16.
is she Kenya? Is like that like her real name or something? Is she like goes by Roxy? I don't know who Kenya is either. I was like, who is Kenya? Because sometimes when people are saying that story, they're speaking about themselves, right? So is she Kenya? Because she's like speaking in third person. Yeah. Yeah. She said yes, they are searching for her. Searching for NaZiyah. Do y'all know who Kendra is? Does anybody know who Kendra? I mean, who Kendra? Kenya is? She an aunt. Oh, so she's an aunt. Roxy is her nickname. Kenya is another cousin. Okay, Kenya is another cousin. Okay. So Kenya was like screaming from the rooftop that, you know, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. Okay. Okay, so that's who Kenya is. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is a cousin. Kenya is a cousin. Now we're rewind that so we have a different clarity. Listening to Kenya is.
So
Kenya is a cousin.
saying I'm hot and stuff, Kenya hot and stuff, and all this other stuff like that. Ain't nobody hot and stuff. We only being told or speaking on what's being brought to us. That's the whole.
Kenya is the sister of the grandma. So Kenya, she's not the cousin. Oh wait, maybe she's her cousin. Maybe she's Roxy's cousin. Kenya is Annette's sister, and Annette is the grandmother, correct? I just want to make sure, you know, they already be trying me. Yeah, she made multiple reports to CPS and was ignored. Okay, because she speaks on that too, about how many CPS reports were made, but nothing happened. Yes, and that is the grandma. Okay, ooh, girl, the plot thickens.
Thing, and nobody stopped looking. We've been pressuring. We've been the only one that's been saying anything. I wish we could go back to the Facebook post that Kenya was posting. That Facebook.
Okay, so Annette was adopted by Kenya's dad, so adoptive sisters, when she was 11 and pregnant, and allegedly Kenya's dad is the one that got Annette pregnant at 11. His adopted daughter. Oh, wait, yes, I know Annette had a baby at 11. I remember that. And Annette is NaZiyah's grandmother, the one who had custody of her. Because Jarvis Butts, he was also SA'd 13 by women. And when he was SA'd too. Ended up getting one pregnant, I believe, at 13. So he had his actual first baby at 13. His first child. Due to SA. Just like Annette, her first child at 11 due to SA. Annette is 47 and Jarvis is 42. Please tell me that is not true. Please tell me it's not true. Oh my God. This is a mess. This is a mess. I'm thinking she every bit of at least, Lord, in her early 50s or something like that. late 50s. But then you got to think about it. She had a child at 11. You know, it's crazy being an 11-year-old parent. She not 42. Because she done been through. Okay. Okay. Shannon is 30. Stop lying. Stop lying. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Whew. I'm getting hot. What is happening right now? What is happening? Shannon early 30. So you mean to just tell me, so you mean to just tell me, girl? Mm-mm. 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 Not at all. Not at all. Y'all is not about to do this to me. Y'all are not about to do this to me. So you mean to tell me that was just in his 20s? That was just in his 20s? Like 2 years ago? Stop it. Oh my God. Not 31. Not the girl. You in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. 31. This is what 31 looks like. This is what 31 look like. Oh my word. I love you. Y'all is lying to me. All you gotta do is get in line. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. She over here shaped like a stack of purple washer and dryer. Look at here. Look at here. That's 30 years of hair. That's 31 years of hair. It took only 31 years for her to lose her neck. No. Mm-mm. Ooh, not NaZiyah mom 36. Stop it. Oh. I'm about to log off. You know it's hard out here for a pimp. Oh my goodness. This hurts. This hurts. Black corrects. Like it does. Now she younger in this picture. You better not. You better because you not be saying that Shannon Manning is in her 20s in this goddamn picture. Oh, not she now. Oh, oh, she's skinny, girl. She's skinny, girl. Oh my God, girl. Send me the receipts. Said the right built body. Built like stress, built like being cheated on. Yes, yes, that adultery built, girl. That's what that word. My nigga don't want me built. He definitely cheating on me. Correct. That he's sleeping with my sister shaped girl. Correct. That he just my mama shaped girl. Correct. That's what they were. That's what they were. Absolutely. Look at here. Look at here. Not that she was in her 20s in this picture. Y'all is not about to sit here and play with me. Y'all is not about to sit here and play with me when she's sitting here with these Dollar General glasses on. Y'all is not about to do this. Okay? Correct. Ooh, not a 2-liter. A girl, she built like a quart of prune juice. Oh, now she by Sheree Laurent. This is very so much than Joanne fabric. Sponsored by yes, Joanne Fabric Grill is very so much. Who are you wearing? Joanne Fabric. Like very so much given Wally World. Correct. Like it's gross. She built like a hurt in this picture. She does. She does. It look like she got back problems. And it's not because of her titties, because they're not big enough. So, girl, she been like, ugh, built like a fart. So, yes. So y'all not about to do this to me. Y'all is not about to do this to me. I cannot. I cannot with y'all. And then she had the nerve to try to do a slit. Look, you was not supposed to have a slit when you stank. You were not supposed to have a slit when you stink. Hello? You're not supposed to have a slit when you stink. Like, yeah, you got your nerve. Over here built like a burp. Yeah, it's on. You're not supposed to have a slit when you stank, girl. It's like trying to be sexy for me. Trying to be, he still don't want you. Holding to him tight in this picture. Girl, he still don't want you. At all. Imagine he'd rather sleep with something that come out of you before he sleep with you. Like, ooh. But definitely not desperate. What you say? What you say, Shannon Manning? What you say, Shannon Manning Grill? Definitely not desperate. You sure, ho? You sure, baby? You sure, girl? Messaging that is alleged to be between Jarvis and... Let me put this one. Definitely not desperate. I said, ooh, not that's the first to respond to. Not find my niece. Definitely not desperate. Are you sure, girl? Are you sure, girl? I mean, you are with a pedo. You are with a pedo, girl. But okay. All right. Definitely not desperate. Like, with her grandmother. Yes, she would have built like a raisinette. Her boyfriend, baby daddy, the monster Jarvis Butts. So did they rule baby girl as legally passed? No, not yet. Shannon called into. No, they have not ruled her as legally passed yet. No. When they were trying to get the word out there about NaZiyah being missing, and one of her cousins called in and called her out about allowing him to be around kids, knew what he was about. Correct. And she called in, and this is what she had to say. The one that is her baby daddy that she bought around, that she had around NaZiyah and all them other kids that's over there. When we found out that he was, that's when we put it back. When we found out that he was approaching them kids, we put it on blast. We told them to go to the police. Told them to. That was him, not on me, at all. At all. And yes, that might be my top father. Yes, I do got 5 kids. Yes, this is one. Damn sure not desperate. Damn sure not desperate. That's what it's giving. Very so much, girl. You waiting for him. That's the sickening part of it all. That's the sickening part. So let's finish listening to my girl Roxy. Hold on. Boom. Was posted that Facebook took down. It's been talked about. We've been talking about this man being a pedophile. It's been talked about. We took our foot off the gas. But because Kenya is the one that's always got something to say, don't nobody want to believe Kenya. But now that the shit blew up on the fan, now Kenya might be a little right. We never stop. We never stop putting our foot on the gas. We've been reporting that. We've been saying that this man is a pedophile. We've been putting Shannon on blast. And she having this man as baby daddy. And got 5 kids. He was a child when he got out of jail. And she was 16 and got pregnant by him. We bought attention to that.
Hey, Roxy, so let me ask you this. I mean, as the person that you respond...
Oh, thank you so much. Let me go and catch this lipstick. I don't want to disappear. No! No! Okay, shout out to Odetta. She says, they said the grandma was hitting Annette, so the grandpa was hitting Annette, so this thing go back. Generational curse, stop the demons. 42. So how far back is this going? She like, it's like they're like 6 years older than her first kid. I mean, although it's 11 years, but I mean, it's just like, damn. Like, before she could even experience life, she had already had a baby. Like, it crazy. So, this is why, that is just further proof that she knew what NaZiyah was doing with Jarvis. Okay? A lot of people, when it's generational, when you know they're stuck into that mind frame, when they see an older man with a younger woman, it's not a big deal to them because that's their sense of normal. So yeah, it's normal for her to be with a grown man. I was, you know, so that, you know, and they don't look at it as them being SA'd. They don't look at it as, you know, assault. Is what that were. They don't look at it that way because you know, men back in those days, women were property. But again, she's only 42, so it's not like this go back. You know, she's 60, 70 years old, and you know, back in the day, you know, when she was 11, you know, that'd be different. I don't think it's necessarily generational. I just think that they don't know anything different. Generational to me is when you know better and you still pass certain characteristics down because it's easier than creating a new normal. Because a generation of curses does not mean that the person is a literal idiot, that they have no idea what's going on is wrong, that this is a habit, that is also a pattern. It's not that, you know, if father is an alcoholic and you start drinking and you like drinking, you know better. The generation before you, alcohol before everything. So, but you know how we are. Oh, I'm going to be different. I'm going to be like that. I'm not like my dad. I'm not like my mom. I'm not going to be anything like them. Same ones, their parents leave them, abandon them because they're got into drugs and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden you look up and they're trying it, you know, or trying something similar to the thing that their parent was addicted to. And, oh, I'm not my mom. I'm not my dad. I'm not going to be out there, you know, in the streets, you know, whatnot. No different than hurting people, hurting people. You know, like Jarvis. What happened to him at 13 does not excuse what he did to a 13-year-old. It does not. Because his mind is warped into the place to where he is stuck in his trauma, to where he is only attracted to adolescents and whatnot, adolescents and girls. That is not okay. It's not okay. It's not, oh, well, I can't, no, I think to understand, besides he is a sick individual, evil, depraved person, the worst type of human being, the worst type, because he knows firsthand what it feels like to go through that, to be SA. But to a lot of men, they are so overly masculine to where they look at it as them losing their virginity instead of them being SA'd, you know, them taken advantage of, them taking a moment to where they are being vulnerable, and they use it against them, but they don't look at it that way. They look at it as, that's the first time I had sex. No, it's not. Because it's the double standard when it comes to it. You know, why did, when that, what happened to Jarvis, he looks at him and his virginity, and we look at what happened to Annette and say that she was SA'd. Because there is a double standard, but it doesn't have anything to do with society. It has everything to do with the mind frame and how he was raised. Because if he was brought up to know that these things are wrong, nobody's supposed to touch you, especially adults, you know, and whatnot, your undercarriage, stuff like that. Your body's your body, it's your temple. If it's not the doctor or your parent, you know, or especially your parents checking an area, problem area that you're having. Other than that, even your parents shouldn't be seeing any of your private areas or anything like that. So yeah, if you're taught those things, then you know better. But if the streets is raising you, then that's what. So what's generational is them allowing men that want to hurt them to lead the way. Because you look at somebody like Shannon, and in her deluded mind, she thinks that this loves her. She thinks that her and Jarvis have something worth fighting for, right? All because she views him as the one. So no, truly, no matter what, with someone like her, because she has no other way of thinking, he is the leader. He leads the situation. He leads the family and whatnot. And he wasn't just leading her, he was also leading Annette. Because this is what they do. They let men lead the way instead of them standing on their own 2 feet and doing what they need to do. They want to be reliant on people because they are afraid of failing themselves. People like them don't mind when other people fail, you know, that are leading, because they're the ones that brainstorm and coming up with all the ideas and whatnot. But with somebody like Shannon, who doesn't really have much going for her, you kind of fall into an abyss. So right now, what she wants most in this world is for her leader to return, which would be Jarvis. In order for Jarvis to get out, NaZiyah would have to return. So you would think that that would be her stronger desire. But since she knows that NaZiyah is deceased, she, you know, is all about her man. And it's going to stay that way. That's not going to change because she doesn't know any other way of thinking. So can't knock her for something that I would expect the average person that is educated, meaning outside of the home, no. Yeah, I just don't think that she cares about NaZiyah being deceased because she doesn't look at her as a niece. She looked at her as the female that was pregnant in. And based off those messages and stuff we read yesterday and voicemails we listened to, that's her big pressure point is him having another baby because he has so many of them. Is him having another baby. So we're going to keep listening before we get into the interview with the mama.
To say it, something along the line of, when you make CPS reports, they go through this procedure and that procedure or whatnot. So when y'all actually made the reports, what was the results? What happened? Did they investigate?
Nothing happened, Mark. I'm telling you, nothing happened. We just reported another instance that happened not too long ago with the little cousin.
Are you talking about what happened with the older brother? Where is he? Why did he run away? Are you talking about NaZiyah's older brother, Navir? I think it's Navir.
Over there. Now, I don't know. It's probably about 6 months ago, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm not sure because, again, I'm only being told the information from somebody else.
He lives with NaZiyah's mom. NaZiyah's brother lives with his mom. NaZiyah's mom. From what NaZiyah's mom said in the little interview that she did with Roxy, she said that she has a child, her son. So she's talking about him. Navir, I'm assuming, unless she got another son. But if Navir's her only son, then he lives with her, from what she says. And we're going to get into that next. But from what the biological mother said, a lady is what she's called, because Roxy has the conversation with her. What is happening? Because Roxy has the conversation with her.
And respond to him.
He lives with her.
He went over there.
So I don't know nothing. Maybe he has run away and stuff. I don't know if he's done that in his past. But overall, he stays with her, with the mother.
The man approached her for fellatio. The girl went back to her mama, told her mama. Her mama went to the police. They did nothing. We the ones that's getting the backlash. We ain't never took our foot off the pedal.
This is the situation where they did nothing because allegedly they convinced the kids to lie to the police.
Oh, he ran away from the grandma's house? I wonder, maybe he has a story too.
Police have said that.
Because men, they'll take it to the grave. They will.
Didn't really say that.
Exactly. If we don't have solid evidence to stand on, we just say what's being told. But if we really don't know what's going on, we only going off the hearsay with somebody else. Like,
here's my thing with generational curses. I'm a part of a generational curse, right? A lot of y'all are a part of a generational curse. Correct? Correct, okay? Now, I'm an 80s baby. I was born at the end of the 80s and whatnot. So if I can escape a generational curse, anybody can do it, okay? So with me being younger, me being SA'd, there's other people in my family, I'm sure, that has happened to, right? This generation or the generation before me or the one before that and one before that, right? But it's up to me if I want to break said curse. It's not that I have no or anything like that. This is why I involve myself in school, why I involve myself with being educated, wanting to know more, wanting to learn more, know as much as I can so that I could break the curse. When people would meet me and meet my friends and people like that around me, they were like, you know what, you're so different. Like you're different from them. Like they all cool, like we like all of y'all. But no, it's just something about you. I was the one that took an interest in not being a stereotype. I didn't want to be a stereotype. I didn't be a statistic. I didn't want to be into that stuff. So I made sure that I lived my life accordingly. No one taught me that. No one in my family taught me how to break a generational curse. I just simply wanted to. I wanted something different for me. That's it. I wanted something different for me. So it's that I chose, the decisions that I made, and I was inspired by my family. So with them raising me and helping me get to where I was getting to, great. But the majority of the information that I've learned and gained throughout the years is because I sought it out because I wanted to know, because I wanted to do different things, because I wanted to set myself apart from many others. Nothing to do with like trying to be anybody, or anything like that. I just wanted to be better. When I was young, my father will always tell me, he says, son, growing up in this world as a black man, it's unfair that you're going to have to work 10 times harder, but you are going to have to do that. And you're not going to get a lot of pats on your back or congratulations or anything like that, but don't let that stop you from striving to get to the top. So he always told me that. It's like, you're going to have to work harder. You are, but you're going to do so because I did it. And if I can do it, you can. Because he saw something in me. So, and I saw within myself. So I persevered. So it's no different than these people. Them not being educated and stuff like that, being SA does not mean that you still cannot get an education. It does not mean that you can't better yourself. It doesn't mean that you can't in your environment and get away from around those. It does not mean that there's so many people that do it. But that's overlooked because people want to excuse when they hear these horrible things. So instead of dissecting the situation and looking at it for what it is, generational curse. How is it a generational curse that this bitch Shannon knowingly a pedo in her house around her children and continuously reproduced with the same individual and turned a blind eye to everything that was heard? He had been reported multiple times from different family members and children to CPS, and this bitch Shannon still stayed with him. What does that have to do with the generational curse? What does that have to do with anything? Her mama ain't even got no man. So what example is she taking from? No, that's the example she's choosing. She's choosing to let a man lead. She's choosing to let someone that does not love her, but she loves, a one-sided relationship, because that's what it is. Because if he loved you, then why is he f***ing your family? Not your friends, not strangers, because he f***ing all them too. He doing that too. Taking prostitutes and ackheads to hotels, all of that, 2-3 babies at once. And all of that, you feel the need to compete. Like, somebody that loves you would not take you through that. Love does not hurt. It doesn't. So, again, like, you let him trash you because you were desperate. The same thing that you said that you weren't. Because if you weren't desperate, you would have went out here and got another man. He slept with your sister, for Christ's sakes. I mean, is there a limit? He slept with his own daughter. Is there a limit? He gave a 4-year-old an STD. Is there a limit? And you feel okay allowing that because you get to say what he did is what he did and what you support is what you support. Absolutely. Correct. So there was many reasons for you to get rid of him. Even him affecting your own family, your own core. He done disrupted any peace in your life. You will never have peace again until that girl is found. Until she gets justice, you will always have this in the back of your brain. So he even put that on you. Like, girl. So that's not generational. That's not at all. That's just stupidity. That's just all it is. That's not thought out. Lack of education, lack of options because due to what their mind is equipped. A bitch like Shannon could cuss you out in a millisecond. Oh, yeah, she could get right there with you. But then when it's time to put something down on paper, then when it's time to use that intellect, she go blank. Then she go blank when we could do it all. Yeah, where you at? We can get down. We can do the Dirty Dozens, the Joneses, all of that. But we can also meet you intellectually. She cannot. So that limits the person's selections. She's been dealing with this dude since she was 16 years old. And she 31, still with this dude. So what that tells me is that she plans on dying that way. She will always deal with him. What happened to NaZiyah, even her disappearance to her may being deceased, is not enough for her not to support him. She will support him. She still talks to him. She's waiting for him. Like I said before, he can get right now, and she will let him parole to her home. She would. She would. She's in full support of him. That's how you know she know way more, but she's alluding. I believe partially she was there that night. I do. I think he went her up, low key.
What y'all want us to do? We've been out there looking. It's other people down there. We putting up flyers. They taking down the flyers. We've been putting in the work. We ain't been chilling. Not on this side.
And that was another thing that I heard too. What you just said, y'all been putting up flyers and somebody.
Yeah, they've been taking that shit down. We've been putting in the work, and we're not sitting on our asses. We've been working for. It's the immediate family that ain't been doing shit.
She says it's been the immediate family. So Shannon, they ain't doing nothing. She said, they ain't doing a damn thing. We the one doing everything. And the proof is in the pudding. She on the internet speaking all of that stuff. Annette ain't saying nothing. Shannon ain't saying nothing because they know they wrong. While it was still more sort of uncertain of what happened to NaZiyah, I feel like Shannon was more willing to speak. But now that people know what happened, pretty much, that something very bad happened to her, she's either deceased or just some bad predicament. I don't think she wants to talk now because the blame. You know more than what you were alluding to. You do.
Just shot in the dark. And say who you think, or who do you think would possibly be taking down the flyers and why?
I think that it's the twins and that taking down the flyers.
Who?
Would be taking down the flyers and why?
I think that it's twins and that taking down the flyers because I think that they got something to do with it and they got something to hide.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. I feel like they have plenty to do with it, and I think that they have plenty to hide. I do. I absolutely do. And I believe that Shannon may have confided into her sister. They twins. Twins are close. They, even when they're argued, they still have a bond. It's unbreakable. So, yeah, if her sister sleeping with her wasn't enough for them to never speak again, then, yeah, they have a bond. Even when they don't like each other, that bond is still there. That is with most siblings. Even when you don't like your sibling, if somebody try to run up on your sibling in front of you, you automatically in I got your back mode. Even if y'all are currently arguing, you're still going to defend them because that loyalty, that bond, is kind of unbreakable with most people. So with Shannon, her sister taking the alleged flyers and stuff down, I would agree because you have involvement and you want this to go away. You don't want people questioning you or when they see you, NaZiyah name coming up and stuff, unless they're like offering condolences or saying, "Oh, we're sorry to hear." Other than that, they don't want no dealings, and you don't see any emotion come from them because again, they know. A person that is uncertain will have they'll be emotional, but to know that somebody is gone, you grieve, and you grieve alone. When a person their mind is racing, they're really busy, and they don't have time to really sit there and think about the damage done by losing someone, the gravity of it, then I think it kind of seeps over into like when they are trying to do an interview or something and they'll go to talk about something and then they're actually taking time to think about it, start to get emotional as it happens because they are truly not taking the time to grieve. They're moving too fast. Their minds racing, their body's constantly moving. Here, they're on the phone with this person. So they're really not taking the time that they need to, breathe, grieve the situation, think about this individual, reminisce, and try to accept, that this person is no longer here. I think that when you have came to terms to where you ain't never gonna see that person again, grieving privately is enough that when you go publicly, you really don't show any emotion because you already did that because you are certain. When you're uncertain is when it fluctuates. When you really don't know what happened to the person, one minute you thinking that they're alive, the next minute you think that they're gone, one minute you think they're alive. So your emotions could be all over the place, they could be all over the place. So, and that Roxy, that's the biological mother as well. Their emotions are all over the place. One moment I'm sure they think maybe she's still here, and then the next minute they think she's gone. It's hard. Grief is a roller coaster. So Shannon and Annette, to me, they know. They do. Because their emotion doesn't make any sense. The other family members are devastated. They crying, they yelling, they screaming, they're attacking Jarvis in the courtroom. The uncle, Shannon's sister's baby daddy, attacked Jarvis, tried to, get him in the courtroom. So they're having these are people that really didn't know what needed to know, and some of them that are still unsure. They're very emotional. Emotions are everywhere. One moment you just want to lay down, the next minute you want to fight, then the next minute you want to cry, then the next minute you want to talk, the next minute you don't want to talk to anybody. You're all over the place. So you're grieving. And again, they have not their body. So there's still a lot of uncertainty out there. How can you sit there and cry and come to terms with this person being gone when they could very still much be alive? you just, you don't know, you know. So the mind races goes everywhere. So I feel badly for them. But with Shannon and her sister and Annette, they know what's up. They do. They know that that young lady is probably no longer with us.
That's why Annette was on that goddamn TV conference that everybody saw, and she ain't show no remorse. She ain't even out to NaZiyah and say, NaZiyah, come home. We miss you. We go. She talking about whoever got him. And, or whoever got her, excuse me, and all this other stuff like that. She ain't show no remorse, no crying, no nothing like that. And then the auntie, who was in her care,
that remorse isn't coming because she know it's her. Why? It's like even the subconscious knows. So why would she be on camera saying what a normal person would say? Please come home. Y'all seen these families that are looking for people. Please come home. If somebody have her, please let her go. You know, blah blah this, blah blah that. That wasn't Shannon energy because Shannon knows she ain't coming home. Shannon know. She know what's up.
She ain't have shit to say. And then when you called her, she declined to call. How was your niece missing and you declining calls and you declining interviews and you don't want to go on TV and say nothing about your granddaughter and about your niece?
Who are the twins?
How?
Who are the twins, Roxy?
Shannon and Marquita. Shannon is in here right now. Shannon watching. She ain't saying nothing.
Ooh.
And that's the one who she living with. This is the baby, the pedophile.
I thought I heard the Barney theme background. She said she here. Shannon right now. She's like, she here. I tagged her. She here.
Baby mama that's in here, and she ain't saying nothing. And I tagged her, and she still ain't saying nothing.
I tagged her. Roxy, and I tagged her. She still ain't saying nothing. Why you ain't saying nothing? Hello? Because they're complicit. They know. Shannon know everything. She knows exactly where that girl is. She knows exactly where she is.
She the one that is her baby daddy that she bought around, that she had around NaZiyah and all them other kids that's over there. When we found that he was a pedophile, that's when we put it on blast. When we found out he was approaching them kids, we put it on blast. We told them to go to the police. We only know what they telling us. They gonna ask us, what evidence do you have to say? We only know what people coming to us and telling us. We've been putting it out there. It's the media family that ain't for shit. We never stop.
Crazy.
We never stop.
And Shannon listened to her say all of this. All of this. She said it's the media family and our goddamn thing. We doing everything. We out here in these good streets. Okay? And this your baby daddy that did this to this girl. And you ain't got nothing to say. You declining interviews, all of that stuff when they trying to get the awareness out there that the girl missing, all of that, want to talk to nobody. Why? Why you don't want to talk to nobody? That's what gay parties do, things like that. Like, why don't you want to speak? Like, you could be blurred out if you don't want to be on camera. Your voice is what's important. Your voice. Like, you ain't got to be on. Tell them to blur you out. Tell them, and they will. They'll oblige because they need your signature in order to show you on camera anyway. So they got to get your signature. They can't just do, and they put you on local news. Like, they need you got to sign a disclosure before they do that. So yeah, just say that you want to be blurred. That's completely fine. Say no, you do not have my permission to put my face. You know, now that I would understand because maybe you don't want to be out there like that. People walking up to you in the public, stranger, you know, and whatnot. But it also gives complicit when people are you. But don't get me wrong, there's been some guilty people that will come forward and they're just good actors. You know, they'll come forward and be like, "Oh yeah, please come home, please," and they know good goddamn well what done happened to those people, and that they not coming home, that they don't, you know, husbands done been like, please, boy, my wife and my son is missing, knowing that he got rid of them for an insurance policy, you know, and whatnot, but, you know, still playing the part. But overall, it's a higher percentage when people are missing like that and they do speak to the family, it's genuine. The energy is genuine, the emotion is genuine, it's all genuine. But when it comes to them, it just wasn't. It never really was. And they would rather speak on like podcast radio shows than get the viral attention, which would be news companies and stations and stuff like that. I just thought that was stupid. It's like, it's best to go to the news first because then it's everywhere. It right away. Then it's being social media take care of it themselves. Like you really even got about that. You know, social media is so many different advocacies and agencies that are looking for missing people, especially kids, and stuff that will jump all over it. And then you kind of just jump where you fit in and kind of back those places that are willing to help you, and they're already helping you, like the bloggers and other people. So, but she don't want to do any of that at all. But she didn't mind like basically talking on the phone. So that people really identify her or see who she was because she's guilty. You complicit because Roxy not hiding herself because she ain't got nothing to do with it. So it don't matter. Like it don't matter. Hello. But when it comes to Shannon, she wanted if she couldn't be incognito, she didn't want to do it at all.
And saying something about this nigga being a motherfucking pedophile. The nigga was a pedophile when he went into jail for fucking a 13-year-old. And then he got out and fucked my cousin. And she was 16 years old when he got her pregnant.
And she's talking about Shannon.
And her dumb ass turned around and had 5 kids by him. And a brand new baby that's probably 6 months or a year old or something like that. 5 kids. She was just on Facebook the other day talking about a 100-day countdown.
Shannon was on Facebook saying 100-day countdown. Talking about Jarvis. Girl. Talking about Jarvis.
How you backing this nigga up and he a pedophile and he...
So just so it ain't got to be misconstrued, she's talking about Jarvis. 100-day countdown basically to him going to court, I believe. She is still supporting him. That's still her man. Well, all of this stuff that done, he is being charged with her niece's murder. Correct. He's being charged with it. And she's still supporting him. Is that not proof that she is complicit? Because you would think maybe she was, supporting him until the details came out would be understandable. But once those texts got out and you got to see everything you needed to see, to know for a fact that he was sleeping with that girl, to know for a fact that he was the last person with her. Okay. Leave. You're done. It's over. Because from what it's looking like, you did something to my niece. From what it's looking like, you ended her. You did something to my niece. You did this, nigga. Did this. But no. She's still supporting him because she already knew. If you already knew that he gets incarcerated, you done already came to terms with it. So in your mind, oh well, whether he go down or not, knowing what you know, I'm going to ride for him. Because she's not just riding for him at this point, riding for herself too, because she's complicit. So to keep her hands clean, she kind of has to defend him. Because all it would take is for Jarvis to say that Shannon knew something for her to be incarcerated. That's all it would take. That's it. That's all it would take. If he goes down and does a confession and it's found out that anyone besides him knew, then you are an accessory at that point. You're an accessory. And Jarvis is dirty. So I feel like that's truly why he went and picked Shannon up. I do. And with them being engaged, I don't put it past Jarvis to marry her so that she don't testify against him. So that they won't make her. I don't put it past him. Not at all. For him to marry her real quick so that she can't testify. And she would do it out of fear of being caught herself. So I could see getting married but he's stupid. So it would take for someone else to, maybe his lawyer or something, be like, hey, well, if you marry her in this state, you can't testify against you. Your spouse can't testify against you. Dr. Sandra Love, thank you so much for the super sticker. She says, love your content. Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you. He's not engaged to Shannon. It's another baby mama. But this is what I'm saying. He is evil. He is dirty. Yeah, whatever baby mama engaged to right now is worthless. It's worthless. Shannon is the main priority right now. Shannon is the person that he needs to be happy because Shannon knows. So just like he can ruin her life with this information, she can ruin his too. she can ruin his too. At any moment in time, she could call the police and say, I know what happened to her. I know he took her life. And he can do the same thing. So, yeah. Because she know. She do. So he has that power over her right now. The woman that would matter would be Shannon. And with him not being married, I could see him going as far as to marry her. It's real quick. They can do it at the prison. If he gets sent to prison, I don't know about jail, but if he gets sent to prison, there are options of getting married. So, yeah, I could see that. It's his right, his constitutional right, to get married, just like it's hers. So why would he not marry her to stay out of jail? Yeah, or to protect himself. So, what about the fiance though? Yeah, she doesn't matter. What about the fiance? How relevant could this fiance that he has be if she was over there sleeping with him? Shannon's still sleeping with him. He was sleeping with NaZiyah, like, and a plethora of other women. So know that he's never loved a woman. He don't know what that is. He don't know what that means. That persona was destroyed a long time ago when he was 13 years old. He don't love anybody but himself. That man that you heard talking yesterday, that pimp that you heard talking about, he only care about himself. He don't care about nobody. If he'll assault on children, if he'll give a 4-year-old, he don't care about no one. What's more innocent than a 4-year-old? A 2-year-old. What's more innocent than a 2-year-old? A newborn. And he'll violate all of those. I feel like he'll do it to a newborn baby. If you'll do it to a 4-year-old, why won't you do it to, like, that is insane. So he don't care about nothing and no one. He never cared about nothing. He groomed her into silence is what he did. He never cared about her. He did it to his own daughter. Is the NaZiyah. Who is she? If you'll do it to your own kid. If anybody should be safe, it should be your own child. Even if you are out here hurting and harming people, even if you are a pedo, your child should definitely be off limits. You would think, right? So if they're not, who is? There is no limit. There is no limit. He'll do anything and anyone. Sick. That's what a sick individual does. They're supposed to sit around and think about SCX all day, right? Because the majority of them just keep popping up in their mind. But it's with consenting adults. He doing that with that's his mindset. He's sitting around thinking about kids all day. You think he in jail trying to get help or trying to figure out where he went wrong? No. No. What he in jail doing, waiting to get out so that he could do it again. What he in jail doing is fantasizing about other people's kids. What he in there doing is replaying thoughts of assaulting people, of SA, his mind, over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. What he's thinking about is getting out so that he could do it again. Just different people. That's all. That's all. Yeah. He's not trying to rehabilitate it up, no, because there's no rehabilitation. There isn't. You can't, there's no fixing that. You just are, you know. There's no fixing it. There's no help for it, in my mind. If there was help for it, then castration wouldn't be one of the penalties. Because that's what he needs to be, castrated. That, like, in my opinion, if you want to support castration, pretty much, so that you just don't get aroused at all. Because it's still going to be on your mind. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not. So you can't convince me otherwise. This is why people are repeat offenders. They're repeat offenders because they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. They can't. So I don't feel like, no matter who they talk to, and no matter how intense the therapy, no matter how far you go back, once it's in you, it's in you. It's not like, to me, it's like not a sexuality, but a sexuality. You know, because I feel like gay people have that. You know, they tussle with their sexuality. They go back and forth. You know, they don't. A lot of them, you know, deny, you know, being gay and don't want to be gay. And when I saw it's like a back and forth. But at the end of the day, they're still gay, still like what they like. The body still wants what it wants. I think it's the same way with that. You can try to say that you won't do it again, or that you won't think about it, that you won't, but you will. The body wants what it wants, just like a straight man and married to a woman in a relationship with her, or a lesbian woman married to a man. You're gonna want what you want. So eventually you're going to step outside this relationship and do something. It's going to happen. It's the inevitable. Like, because this isn't what you want. You're living a lie. Like, you're lying to yourself, though. You're lying to other people. You lying to you. So it's the same thing with them. I feel like they lie to themselves. If they act like they can't and won't do it again, you will. You will. You will. It's a sickness. I don't think it's something that you can control. Yeah. Kind of like, you know, ones that, you know, serial killers, ones that, you know, want to kill and fantasize about it. And I don't feel like that goes away. I don't. I feel like it's something that gets worse. It's not going to get better because you can't control it. So, yeah, I don't feel like Jarvis will ever change. He will always do this because he's been doing it his whole life. You know, when has he not been doing this? I mean, he did this to a 4-year-old kid. Like, crazy. And not everybody's going to know who and what he is because he's a liar.
He got something, and he approaching your niece and your kids and shit. He never took our foot off the gas. Never.
Never.
They did. We did not. The extended family did not.
I get Jarvis was groomed, but so was everybody else. What he did to NaZiyah, he groomed her. That does not mean that NaZiyah, God rest her soul, or she's still alive, that does not mean that it excuses if NaZiyah goes and hurts people. If NaZiyah does things when she's in her late 30s, early 40s, it doesn't mean that she gets to go do stuff to 11-year-old boys or 13-year-old boys because she was violated. It does not mean that. It does not excuse it in my eyes. So because Jarvis was groomed, it does not mean that you get to go do it to other people. I get hurt people, but they deserve the same sentence, the same punishment as who did it to them. Just like the person that did it to them deserves, they do too. Because you have a choice. The abused do not have to become the abuser. That is a choice. You choose to. So because I was abused does not mean that it excuses me going out here doing it to other people. I simply don't do it to other people because it should have never happened to me. Yeah. That's how it goes. So that's no excuse. That's why I it's laughable when people say those things because it's like, okay, well, I was abused. I'm not out here abusing people. I've never done that. No child, no teenager, no nothing will walk up to you and say that this grown man did a thing to them. Because that's not in me. Although it happened to me. I know how it felt, and I would never want to put that on someone. I would never want them to feel how I felt. You know, like growing up and not being able to trust people and being angry at the wrong people instead of the correct ones because I didn't truly understand what happened to me, you know, and whatnot. Like, no, but it would not be like, oh, I can understand why, you know, Sean went around doing all this stuff to people because look what happened to him. That's no excuse. That's no excuse. No, it's wrong. All around the board. It's wrong. And we know first, you're only a victim as long as you stay one. Because a victim is an innocent party that something bad happens to. It's a victim, right? When you start to abuse, you are no longer a victim. You are a victim no more. You don't get to be both. Jarvis doesn't get to be both. Shannon doesn't get to be both. You know, you don't get to be both. She don't get to be the victim and the, no, not at all. Because weird how all of these other people reported him, but you. So you are different than better than the predator at that point in time, Shannon. You are one because you are allowing him to prey. So like, that's the thing. You're complicit. So you're no different because you're not getting on top of them or penetrating them and stuff like that. You might as well be because you could stop it. But you choose not to. You choose to allow it to happen so that you could appease your dude. Because that makes them happy and you wanted to make him happy. So you allowed it. That's it. You're that simple. You allowed it. It's like a dude loving going to strip clubs. Not all women is okay with their men going to strip clubs. Some of them get highly upset with them going to strip club. But some women don't mind. You know, they'll allow it because, you know, girl, I don't mind him up there. He better not be up there. Go up there, use all the energy, and come on home, bring it on home to mama. You know, type of situation. You know, as long as it's like that. But some people don't like it at all. But you know, some women will allow their husbands to do it, even go with them, because they know that makes them happy. That's how Shannon looks at it. It's the same thing. Him sleeping with these girls and like, and make him happy. So, and I want to keep my man happy. Honestly, that's just how I feel. I don't think she looked at it as like trauma and stuff. I don't think she looked at it that way.
We never gave up. We've been out looking for her. They taking the shit down. Now all of a sudden she might be defeated. Hope I pray to God that she not.
Me too. Me too. Now let's get us. Ooh, did I say that? I believe I did. Okay, I did. Yeah. Great. Okay, I was about to say. I thought I said. Okay, so this is Roxy, and she's talking to. I don't want to do it like that because it's too big. Okay, so this is Roxy talking to NaZiyah's birth mom. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys hear this, and her mom's name. NaZiyah's mom goes by Lady.
Hold on.
We figured it out, child.
I don't know, right?
These technical difficulties.
Okay, can y'all hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. So, before I hand Lady the phone, I don't want nobody being disrespectful in the comments or none of that shit. So, I'm going to take it there about her. So, here she go.
And that was Roxy asking people to respect NaZiyah's mother. Lady is on the phone. That's what she is on the phone with. So she's like, I'm just going to ask all of y'all to just respect her while she is here.
Hey. You doing all right?
The best I can.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, I was sitting here just kind of giving about NaZiyah's whole situation and, you know, policies and procedures as far as, you know, certain agencies and things like that with CPS and the Detroit Public School and, you know, people who seen things and didn't say anything and, you know, just kind of being bothersome with that. So is there anything that you would like to say in particular, or because I don't know when you came in or you saw what you didn't see, what you heard, what you didn't hear.
Right. Roxy, can you repeat the hotel situation? Because it was loud.
The hotel situation is what I saw when over there?
Yes.
So when I had went over there, I had talked to several different people.
This is Roxy. I am gonna need Lady to do her own research. Like no disrespect, no tea, no shade. But I'm gonna need you to do your own research. I'm gonna need you to go to a hotel and motel and whatnot and do your own investigation as a mother. Okay. I'm gonna need you not to be going through Roxy. This is not Roxy's responsibility. It is yours. So I do think that you need to get that together. I honestly don't care what's going through. Your daughter's missing. So you love has no conditions. Don't. So I don't understand this energy of having these questions when you should be the one with the answers. You may not know where she is. You may have dropped the ball, but you could be picking it up in other places. So I think that you need to get out here in these good streets. You was in them any other time. You know these streets very well. I'm going to need you to run on through them, sweetie, and figure out what's going on with your kid on your own. All right? Absolutely. You unfits got y'all nerve.
People who knew him, knew J-Bo. They didn't know him by Jarvis or by Jay. They knew him by J-Bo. It was people at the gas station, people at the liquor store, and people who live in this particular hotel that's over there on Harper and Connors. And when I was talking to them, you know, they had said that they had been seeing him there with, you know, crackheads and stuff like that. So
It was just the whole hotel is off, and he has been over there several times because it was people who like knew him. So with me just kind of checking it out, myself and talking to certain people, it was just really off. What happened? But that is not the first time that he has been over there.
You talking about the travel in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's definitely not his first time. People definitely recognized him, especially.
And they'll recognize it too. Because you just said that he was taking crackheads and stuff over there. She know the name of the hotel. She know it very well.
The gas station and the corner store. And described how he looked without the hat on. I showed them a picture where he was kind of like covered up. And they described him with long hair and his teeth messed up and stuff like that. So I found that to be
He supposed to have worked at the gas station. They had the automobile.
Shout out to Oakland for the Cash App. Thank you so much, Oakland. You're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Mechanic shop connected to it. Because I had been there a few times, and he's supposed to have been working there.
Apparently, he worked a whole lot of auto.
Roxy is on the phone with Lady. Correct. That's what Roxy, which is on camera, is on the phone with Lady, which is NaZiyah's biological mother, Roxy's cousin.
Shops.
Yeah, then he worked one down on Neff, off of Warren and Cashew. He worked at that one. But you said so. The people are familiar with who he was.
Yeah, they are familiar with who he was. Yes. What's also not making sense to me is the whole. At least I counted 15 cameras.
Yeah.
So it's not making sense.
But here's the thing though. I'm sure all of y'all done had y'all fair share, or know y'all fair share of the drug, if you will, motels, right? They're UGG motels. They don't have really no security. The people that work there kind of stay out your business as long as you ain't out and destroying stuff. They kind of just look the other way. So a lot of those cameras don't be working. Hell, a lot of times the doors don't even be working, like the entry and exit doors. You be having issues with key cards and, all that. Some of them TVs work. Some of them don't even have TVs in the room. I mean, just the janky rink-a-dink, motel. And that's what this is. So it's not like he went to a Four Seasons or, like a Holiday Inn or, something like that. It's not like any of those things went down. Where everything should have definitely been working, like the hotel, what's her name? My girl, the one that passed away, Kanika. Like she was in a nice hotel. So for them to be like, oh, this camera didn't work and that camera didn't work, be like, no. This hotel is a multi-million-dollar hotel. There is no reason, everything should not be functioning. And as you've seen, it was pretty much those cameras followed her all the way through the hallways and, and all of that stuff. So they were at least on and working. But in a hotel like that, again, like a rink-a-dink, type of trap tail, right? Trap, correct. Shout out to infamous trap tail. A lot of that stuff don't be on and working. It's not right. I mean, it should be, but I mean, it just depends on what the hotel policies are. If they only got to have certain cameras, or because I'm sure cameras, like at least one in the front by the registers, and stuff that's on and working by the entry and exit doors. But maybe not even all of those are on, or maybe they're on but not recording. Because some people just have cameras on just so you can see who's out there, but they're not really recording. But it's like the lens is still pointing so you can still view from the camera, but it don't be recording though. You could just access the camera. So I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, like, what was you expecting to get out of them anyway? Those type of motels, they just turn their head. It's kind of like, oh, okay, we got your ID. That's okay. All right, cool. Here you go. All right, here go a key. Have a good night. And that's just kind of just it. They're not doing anything to be disturbing anybody's peace, or anything like that. Then they kind of just don't pay attention to you. It just is what it is. So they're not looking at people's faces and all of that. When you go to the nicer hotels, they know everything. Oh yeah, we saw that young. Yep, she had 2 buns inside of her hair. She came in about, I'd say, about 9:30. Hang on, I'll go get the tape for you. What like it. Those are nicer hotels. They got eye on everything. Type of situation. But yeah, and it's not a big hotel, so that's another reason too why it should have been easier to identify more information. But again, those people be minding their business. They do. Police hit the like. Police hit the like. They be minding their business. So it was one of those cheap spots.
Me how she was seen going in and not seen come out.
Right. As long as they get that money, they don't care.
Right. So
Yeah, I can understand that.
right. So I don't know. I'm kind of I don't want to do too much or say too much, but if you wanted to have the floor to say anything, then I wanted to let you have that.
So, I mean, they was just on there like, you ain't give a fuck, but you did, I mean,
So people are saying like, she basically, the audience was feeling like the biological mother lady did not care about NaZiyah, and she's going to speak on that.
I love my daughter. I mean, it can't be measured how much I love my daughter. And I'm still holding on the fact and the possibility that she is still living.
Right.
Regardless of the news and everything say, I don't do the publicity. I don't do, people's platform or however they want to benefit off the situation. My concern is about my daughter. And just who doesn't see me all everywhere like some of my, family members be, that doesn't mean that I'm not involved and I'm not trying to keep up with what's going on with my daughter.
Right.
And that's what I got to say about it to anyone. I don't have to show my face all on the news, be all on everybody's podcast and all that. I don't have to do all that for somebody to feel that I'm involved with what's going on with my daughter. Period.
Period.
Period, boo. See, they don't know. Lady can build a motherfucking house while they all on Facebook.
From the ground up.
Yes, I have multiple skills.
Period.
Very intelligent. And got them hands. Stop playing with lady. Period. And this shit killing her.
Fuck lady. Sorry. 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 As far as I'm concerned, lady. Girl. Imagine saying I love my daughter so much that you didn't raise her. I would never want my mom to love me that much. I love you so much, son, I'm not going to raise you. Correct. And I could at least say that she loved me even if she wasn't going to raise me. She made sure that I was with good people. If one of the reasons why you went loopy and went and got on ergs and stuff in the first place is because somebody SA'd you, why would you leave your kid there? What makes your kid special? I don't get that. Although they let this happen to me, they won't let it happen to you. I know they won't. So sure of it, I'm going to leave you here and I'm going to go do drugs and stuff because I can't cope with this. I'll see you later. Bye. That doesn't make any sense. So I would hate to believe that you loved your son more than you loved your daughter because your son is still around you, but your daughter wasn't. So again, how much love her? Because it's not in you like fully to not have anything to do with raising kids because your son was with your mom too. He decided that he didn't want to be there. So you took him. Why did you take your daughter too? Because he be around you. Hold on, let's keep listening.
It's killing me. Nobody knows how I feel about this because it's not them. It's not they. No one knows how I struggle every day just to get through day by day. And I try to still be a mother because I do have a son.
I try to still be a mother because I do have a son.
I try not to get wrapped up in the bull crap. I just try to keep it about the facts and the investigation on what's going on with my daughter. All other shit is irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
Like you being like a horrible parent and just leaving your kid in complete harm's way. So much harm that she could barely make it past 13 without dudes already feeling like they can get her pants, grown as men. Yeah. Because you or her father didn't deem her important enough to protect her, to look after her, watch her. Shout out to Carol. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you so much, Carol, for the Cash App. Thank you. Really appreciate you, sweetheart. So, yeah. I'm like, well, that's confusing. That's confusing. See, we don't need y'all to kiss the people that are saying these things arse. We don't need y'all to do that. What we need y'all to do, lady, is take accountability. Be accountable, okay? Let us know that you dropped the ball, when it came to your kid. Yeah, I should have been there. I shouldn't have gave my kid away. I wish I would have never did that. I wish I could have been a better mom. Those are understandable. It lets a person know that what's understood doesn't have to be explained. Okay? But y'all want to hop and skip and jump over there and try to make it seem like, oh, well, don't nobody know what I'm going through. I don't even know what you're going through because you haven't even been around your kid long enough to have a real attachment to her. See, it wasn't at birth, because if it was, you wouldn't have been able to separate. That's why most mothers can't, because they're attached from before, while in the womb. They're attached already. The bond is sealed. So it don't matter how much this baby cry, how much it scream, if it's ugly, if it come out sick, they're fully ready to take care of it. Ready to face any challenge that child brings them because the bond is there. So to say that we don't know what you're going through, no, that because you're gonna say that I'm a parent that's been raising my child since birth. So if anything, God forbid, was to happen to my kid, bitch, you and I will not be going through the same thing. No, not at all. We will not be going through the same thing. What I will be going is thinking back from birth and raising my child till now that I don't see. That's what I'll be going through. You will be going through from when you gave her away, which was at a very young age. She was around, 2 years old? When you gave her to your family? About 2? Yeah, and you kind of just disappeared. So yeah, the connection is different. So yeah, don't try to make it seem like you've been out here raising this girl, and now that she's gone, regardless that this man had betrayed y'all trust and was, essaying her, that doesn't make you any less of a mother. That's not the story. No, no, no. When you don't have any children and something happens to you, you are the victim. You absolutely are. But when you have a child and they become a victim, you are no longer the victim. Why? Because we're no longer living for ourselves. So the fight is no longer for us, it's for them. Okay? It's for them. So you're no longer the victim. No, not at all. You don't get to use that. Because of what happened to me, I removed myself from, and I left my daughter behind to go through the same things because that's what happened to me. No, again, a good mother would at least make sure that her daughter was given to a good home. She was 2 years old. There are plenty of black families and other families that would love to adopt a 2-year-old that young because then they don't necessarily know. So it's easier to raise them and mold them into your own image and whatnot, just put them right on in the family. There are plenty of families that would have took her and would have done great by NaZiyah. She would still be alive. She would have been loved on. You didn't even do that. You didn't even do that because that's the answer. See, throwing your child into foster care and all that is giving them a really heightened chance of going through horrible stuff, right? And having a family does not mean that they're qualified to raise your child. There are plenty of families out here, especially a baby from birth, that will take your baby in and will be wonderful to your child because that's all they want is what you don't want is a baby. And they'll do wonderful. I mean, you never know. Some people do good, some people don't. But overall, you can place them with someone that can afford them, that wants them, all of that, instead of leaving them with disgruntled people. People that are upset that they have to have your responsibility, another mouth to feed, all of that. Not everybody gonna be about that. And not everybody's going to say it either. Sometimes their actions show. So instead of them telling NaZiyah that they don't care to have her around, that they are upset to feed her and clothe her, and all of that, they'll treat her that way instead. They'll treat her like that instead of just saying it out loud. They'll say out loud, "Oh yeah, I care about you. You know, I love you," but they don't treat you that way. You're always constantly in the hot seat, constantly being grilled and yelled at, and sometimes hit. But they swear they want you there. But they don't be. Because if NaZiyah was feeling real love in that home, he would have never had an opportunity, Jarvis, to do what he did to her. Like the 9-year-old me, people love her. And how her father reacted in that court shows that he loved her. So he couldn't penetrate that young lady, that young girl. He could not penetrate her because she is loved. There are people paying attention to her. There are people that will protect her. There are people that she can go and tell and gonna do something about it. NaZiyah, who is she gonna go tell? Who's gonna do something? Annette? Who's gonna do something? Shannon? What they doing now? Weird. What they're doing now? NaZiyah didn't have anybody to trust to tell. Who? Who? There was nobody around her enough to trust. Besides the people that was happening to, the other young ladies that he was trying to do it to as well. So who's she supposed to talk to about it though? Who's supposed to say, like, yeah, I'm sleeping? She kept it a secret. From what we gathered, she didn't tell a soul. She didn't tell nobody. Besides, like maybe the family members, the younger family members. Because I mean, 9-year-olds and stuff coming over, Zion only 13. So they're still closer in age, and whatnot. So they display certain information to each other. So, yeah, I just think that, lady, you should take a step back before trying to come forward and say anything. I don't think this is the time. I think that you should focus on your sobriety if you have that, and I guess try to help as much as you can. Maybe you can talk to Jarvis yourself. Maybe you can be the one that get him to say something. Maybe you could talk to Shannon. Maybe you could talk to them and try to get more information. But other than that, girl, please. We really don't care to hear anything from you, ma'am. Not at all.
But I want from me to you, you know, I love you. I love you to death. You know that. Always have and always will. You know, but I'm doing the best that I can.
And I thank anybody else who's reached out and who's involved themselves in the search, involved themselves as far as passing out flyers in front of the beginning, and still continue to be. I thank everybody for that.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. We pushing, and we're gonna keep pushing until we get, you know, justice for her and the answers that, you know, NaZiyah deserves and you know, as well. So
yeah.
You deserve that and she deserved that. So I'm definitely you know, doing my part to get to get that for you.
I appreciate it.
Not y'all doxing in the chat. Not y'all doxing in the chat. I've been saying lady this whole time. The chat said bullshit, Sean. Her name is Kenya Harry. I cannot with y'all. Not y'all doxing in the chat. I cannot with all. Y'all said shit. Oh, well, Sean can say lady if he want to.
I mean, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Of course, that's what family does.
Okay, well, y'all, we gonna be watching and in the comments. Well, lady, she fucked up right now, so she passed on back to me.
No, I don't believe she deserves protection either. But I am a firm believer in you never know what a person's going through. So, yeah.
So how was it that when I get here, a month later, there's nothing going on? Like, it's wild. It's wild as fuck. I don't give a fuck about followers. Everybody can undo me. I don't give a fuck about cloud. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know why the fuck I came here early in February. I don't know why shit moved like that. But it moved like that.
Okay.
God working mysterious
At
ways.
the end of the day,
Because you were supposed to get here. That's why the fuck you came
apparently I
here.
was. I promised to God.
Yes, you was.
I promised to God. I put my in on my fucking house, and I was battling.
I know that's why. Hold on. I want to get to these messages between between her and NaZiyah or Navir. Okay, so let me read these messages and I'm a girl. So Navir is NaZiyah's brother. Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna because they scrolls down and then she scrolls back up. Okay, I want the top of the messages. Okay, so she sends him the GoFundMe. Okay, so now I don't know exactly what this GoFundMe is for. That's why I said I was today's old. I got about this GoFundMe, and I believe she cashed it out. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Okay, he says there is no account tied. Everyone will be receiving their money back from GoFundMe. So the refund was for everyone that did donate to the GoFundMe for them to all get their money back, right? And then he says, "Look, send me the account. Is it?" And then he said, "I got SMB telling me how the ish works. I'm literally looking at it." So it's like he not believing her that the GoFundMe was refunded. Okay, hold on. So she sent another message. I'm gonna show y'all so y'all don't think that I'm capping. Okay, so this message is showing how y'all see at the top it says action required, and then it says you must set up. Actually, let me make this. Oops. Let me make this bigger. Okay. Ooh, that's way too close. Okay, so y'all can see. Okay, so it says currently you have, or I'll read the top first. You must set up withdrawals before January 26, 2025, or donations will be refunded. Currently, you have a balance that has not been withdrawn. If withdrawals are not set up before January 26, all donations, your GoFundMe campaign will be refunded. If you have already attempted to set personal information or bank account, more information may be required to your information may have not been able to be verified. Please log into your account and select withdraw to continue verification. Keep in mind, withdrawing will not affect your fundraising at all. Your fundraiser amount raised. What's this? Okay, matter will. What does it say? Okay, that's just too blurry. Hold on, maybe it's because she's moving it. It's blurry. Okay. Okay, yeah. Anyway. Okay, so we'll say the same, and you can continue accepting donations as long as you like. So I'm assuming she's trying to prove to him at this point that the donations are being refunded. That's what I'm getting. But he wasn't going. So she says to him, "Well, look at that." And then he says, "Set up my info." And then she says, "I don't have an account tied to it. You believe in what everybody is telling you and calling me a liar. I don't have to lie about anything." So he says, "I'll send you all the info so you can transfer it. All you have to do is put my card on it so the money can come off." Why does the brother want the money? Like, what the fuck is going on? Is it only like $1,500 or something like that? Wow. Wow. He's telling her, no, use my card. Put my card on there so that the money that oh my God. And look, receipts don't lie. Receipts don't lie. She says, "I don't have an account tied to it. You believing what everybody else is telling you, calling me a liar. I don't have to lie about anything." He says, "I'll send you all the info so you can transfer it. All you have to do is put a car on it so the money can come off so the money can come off." When did this become about money? Wow. Wow. But they trying to say that she's trying to scam the girls. When they held her own family and they were trying to let the girl keep the money that she raised, trying something good with it for NaZiyah. Crazy. Crazy. So she says, I've already made my decision. Everyone's getting their money back. So she said, no, I'm going to refund it. Everybody going to get their money since, you know, y'all miss such a big deal. Everybody trying to make it seem like, you know, I'm stealing and I'm trying to control everything, keep all the money from me. I don't blame Roxy. Roxy, like, I'm just, you know, sitting there, everybody getting refunded. So y'all ain't trying to make it look like I'm not doing anything nefarious or anything towards my cousin because it's not like that at all. So I respect that with Roxy. Yeah, just right. Let everybody get their money back. You ain't got to worry about none of this because it's not supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about drama. Like it's like what is going on here? So she says I've already made my decision. Everyone is getting their money back. He says no, don't do that. This is Navir, Naya's big brother. He says, no, don't do that. I already put my post out and you seen it. I don't want to argue. You have a whole job. What does her having a job have to do with you getting NaZiyah's money? Yeah, he's teen and he need to go sit his 16-year-old arse down somewhere because this don't have nothing to do with him besides finding his sister. Why is he more worried about money than finding his sister? Wow. I'm like, yeah, why is money even being discussed? Like, what are we doing here? If everybody getting their money back, cool. We have to do it. Like, all right, that in the discussion. If this ain't about profit, it don't matter if he's 16 or not. Like, he shouldn't be 16-year-old trying to hustle off his could-be sister. Oh, he's 18. Okay, shout out to y'all. I just found out about him today. So I'm going off what y'all say. So yeah, like, whether he's 16, 15, like, it don't matter, 18, 19, 20. Why is this about money? Why? There is we do have part of his live of him talking about NaZiyah and his family, so we will listen to that too. But yeah, so I'm like, why is he talking about money? I'm glad Roxy put these receipts out. I have a whole job. I don't understand what that has to do with anything. She says, I'm sure y'all will figure something out. And then he said, who's y'all? I'm talking about me. I have my own family, as in me and my daughter. I know you lying. I know you is lying to me. What does NaZiyah's money have to do with you and your daughter? Like, what does it like? Hello? What does it have to do with anything? I'm like, oh, this family's slow. Everybody but my girl Roxy. I said, wow. Are we really talking about money right now? So he says, I feel like it should go to me. Just add my card cut and transfer over. It's the audacity for me. It's like, why does it need to go to you? Like, for what? Wow. I'm just floored. I am floored by this. You've done nothing to raise the little money that she did raise that, you know, people did donate to, but shout out to Roxy for doing that. And I'm only saying like little because like he treating it like she done got 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $300,000 off this girl. And it ain't even nothing like that. Like she's just raising something simple to do something simple, not raising something big to steal from people, you know, and all of that. And if Roxy was a thief, why would she make sure that everybody got their money back? Why would she do that? Thieves don't do that. If anything, she would have just did what he said. And she couldn't have did it like that anyway. You can't just add somebody's information. It has to be the account holder. So your bank information, so if you started the GoFundMe, your bank information has to go in there. I know that because of King Payne, when he put the GoFundMe, it was in his name. So when it was time to switch the money and whatnot, because he could have easily just had the money get sent to me and what, but no, like bank account information, like this is protected information. You know, addresses and social security numbers and stuff like all of that is very private. So you can't just enter somebody else's debit card. No, it has to match the banking information, the banking address, all of that stuff, the email, all of that. It all has to match. So she can just throw your card out there. Like, but wow, this is insane. He says, just add to my card, could transfer over. He said, I don't know what else you want me to do. I'm trying to work with you, cuz, but you keep pushing me back, not giving me no leeway. Roxy said, you literally just called me a liar and said someone was telling you otherwise. So you got it. I don't deserve to be treated like this from anyone. And then she put up the deuce sign, the peace out sign. And then he says, I'm not treating you anyway. You not trying to do nothing for me for real. You're not even trying to communicate with me. About what? About putting up your card number? So he says, all you had to say was, look, I got you. What happy with your sister's money? If we not spending it on your sister, it's going back to the people. Like, what are you getting at? Roxy says, I was trying to communicate with you. Look at how you talking to me. Go read your messages to me. Like, are you serious? He says, I'm going through a lot. You shouldn't be paying attention to that. You should be paying attention to this money. You should be paying attention to this. Like, you should be paying attention to finding your sister. Look at the comments, how people talking about you in the courtroom. ROM. That he fixed it. He wrong, but it got a capital R, should it? He said, you told me to clear it up and made a post. I did. I don't know what else you want me to do, cuh. I'm trying to work with you, he says. But you keep pushing me away. Then he says, Kiwana, whoever Kiwana is, he says, you Kiwana. Kiwana! That's what he said. He said, and everyone else, I'm worried about NaZiyah justice or her GoFundMe. Which one? Because this is the first thing I heard you say about NaZiyah justice and a lot of improper sentences. Okay? And a lot of broken sentences. He says, this bum ass guy took my little sis life. And that's what I feel in my gut. I keep having nightmares. That's why you need that money. Don't even have the help from my own damn family. You tell me because, now he doing all this right, she ain't saying nothing back here. So you tell me because I'm think he said trying to stay calm, but ain't nobody making it better. Oh, this family is a little pale. He says, so if you want to help, cuz, start by the GoFundMe. I done heard it all. He said, if you want to help me, start by sending me the GoFundMe. Imagine somebody into... He said, if you want to help, cuz, start by the GoFundMe. Shut your mouth and please stop talking. I cannot. So she says, you're trying to force me to do things. This is not how it works. If you want help, be respectful. At the end of the day, we are all affected by this. Not just you. You have to chill. Your mind is not only running 1,000 miles per hour, true. So is mine. And now you're pressuring me for money. I need up and break from all this ish. And you trying to tell me I'm not trying to help you. Like, what the... I've been hitting the ground by myself. I know that's right. I know that's right, Roxy. He said maybe that's a start. I can't. Shout out to Roxy. He says, I'm taking a break from all this ish. You keep talking about money. Right! Thank you. Wow. He says, okay, I will respect you. She says, that was for your sister and the unborn niece. And he says, but what is it for me? She says, not for you to spend on anything you want. He said, who said that? I have a whole child, cuz. What does this have to do with your child? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is painful. This is painful. Not him talking about some. I have a whole child. I cannot. I cannot. Hold on. Okay. She says, we don't even got a body, cuz. He said, we don't even got a body, cuz. She said, we don't need a body. He says, you didn't even ask if I wanted to be involved. She said, I was putting her a plaque on the wall. He says, you just doing shit. Like you is. She don't need no plaque. That money, I got a daughter. She says, Roxy says, you not speaking up, Vari. He says, you not helping me speak up. Why does she have to? He says, I don't have to go on social media and tell everything. This ish had to be set up because I'm not little Vari no more. What does any of this mean? What? She said, you haven't said anything about nothing. If you can speak up about money, though. Correct. I know that's right, Roxy. Roxy said, you haven't, Roxy, like, if you want to speak up about your sister, then speak up about your sister. Like, I mean, what, do you want to come on my platform to do it? Like, other than that, I mean, the audience and stuff, like, I mean, you don't, like, need me, you know, to speak. You to just go ahead, you know, just like me. I don't need anybody to speak. I'm just going to speak. So well, hello, but you know, you don't come to me about that, about like, hey, I want to come say something, you know, I want to come raise awareness, you know, something for my sister, but you'll come to me about though. You'll come to me about a GoFundMe though. Like, I know that's right. She said, you haven't said anything about NaZiyah. You just keep talking about you and your baby. Respectfully, you and your baby don't have anything to do with the last memory for NaZiyah. I told you, that's why I like Roxy. That's why I like her. Because that's fact. She said, I'm trying to get that money together to get a plaque for her. Like, please. Now, you want me to give you the money that's supposed to be intended for your sister and the unborn niece because you a child? Like, what? Like, your sister wouldn't have wanted you to have the money no ways. You would have preferred, I'm sure, like a plaque and stuff be made in her honor. Like, are you serious? And then he said, what last memory, right? You don't even know what her last memory was. She says, nobody is asking you to go on social media and speak personally. I don't think it's a good idea for you because I feel like the community is going to rip you apart, especially because you haven't said anything and it's been a year. Roxy, I like you because you be telling these people the truth. You be telling these people the truth and you use punctuation. Roxy, you was telling him what he needed. That is stupid for you to go forward and say some of your sister been gone almost a whole damn year, but then when you do get vocal, it's because of money, because of GoFundMe's and stuff like that. Like, yeah, they would destroy you. Because, like, for real, she got other. It's been a whole year, and now here you come. That's when you just start caring about it the other day. Because, yeah, that's insane. She said, okay, because they'll rip your car because you haven't said anything. It's been a whole year. I do not think it's a good idea. You are grown enough to make your own decisions. He says, you're not asking me ish, you're telling me what I need to do. She says, I shouldn't have to ask you about what you want. Just tell me what you want. You know that I am out here doing the right thing for her, so just say what it is you want if you want something specific. I shouldn't have to keep asking you. She's right. I ain't your mammy. I'm not your mama. I shouldn't have to keep asking you this bullshit. Okay, she says, okay, I agree with you. Okay, rip your apart. He replied to her saying, like, I don't think you say anything anyway because I think they'll rip you apart because you haven't said anything for a year. He says, I agree, but all this ish is fresh to me. How is it fresh to you that your sister been missing for over a year? That's fresh. What? Okay. She says, you talking in a circle. So what is the specific you want to know about her? He says, I don't mind sharing info, cuz it's just I need you to help me financially wise right now. Girl. Oh. So she's like, okay, if you want to know something about your sister specifically that you don't understand, what is you know? And I'll tell you. Like, to the best of my knowledge, I'll tell you. He said, I don't really care for her. I want to know about if you can help me financially. I'm not really worried about. She said, you talking in circles, so what is the specific that you want to know about that you want about her? I don't mind sharing info, cuz it's just I need you to help me financially right now. Then he says, that's why I keep saying, baby. We can figure out something for my little sis, but she do have a big brother and niece. So he's saying like, we can figure out a GoFundMe for her, but she do got a brother and he got a niece. He do got a daughter. So she do got a brother and a niece that people can be looking out for too. This is so disappointing. This is so disappointing. Such a letdown. Such a letdown. She said, ooh, she scrolled too fast. Go back up, girl. Roxy, you just flew past that. Girl, I didn't read that, girl. Hold on. Ooh, let me stop at that. Ooh, pop. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Because now you know you wrong from the Roxy. No, I'm nosy as hell. She says, what do you mean figure something out for your sister? That's why I created the money for it. So sorry, she said, that's what I created the money for. If anything was, hold on so we can get the other part. If anything was, okay. If anything was left over, then something would go to you. But it was not for you. It was for a lasting memorial and a plaque for your sister. So you sounded real selfish right now. For real, for real. Correct. Correct. Now, I don't blame her. Like she said, if we was going to get your sister a plaque, if it was something left over, hey, that's fine. I mean, you were her brother, and whatnot, you ain't had nothing to do with this. So, yeah, we could have sent the money back to, the whatever was left. Fine, whatever. You and your mom or whatever y'all want to split it, whatever. But, I wasn't going to take it y'all, but I'll give it to y'all before I spent it. But you sound real selfish right now. You sound like this is all about you. Like this don't have nothing to do with your sister. It's about you and your daughter. Like all your messages have been pertaining basically to money. What does this have to do with you? Like you're not missing. You're not, from what we gather, maybe unalived somewhere, buried. It's about your sister. Like what the? Your sister was pregnant. You care more? Like what? But okay. He said how after she said, you sound real. He says how my grandma doing that. She her guardian. You can't do that. And I'm not selfish. She says again, I haven't done anything. Your grandmother is her guardian. You are absolutely right about that. So mother can raise her own money for her. Boom. And then he said, all right, that's fine. But as far as me right now, can I at least get something out of it? Oh, God. Oh my God. But I still need a couple dollars, Roxy. Okay, right. He like, look at here. All right, Granny can do that. Cool. But as of right now, I'm gonna need a few dollars out of there. I'ma still need a couple dollars. It just is what it is. Okay. I need a couple boxes of diapers, so for right now, as far as me, can you look out for me, please? It's like, wow, this is embarrassing. And she says, and for the record, I can raise money for anything and for anyone. All I have to do is go in and pay for something. I never said I was running the service. I was offering to pay for it. So let's let that be clear. While you got so many people put in the wrong information in your ear. Hold on. Anybody can raise a GoFundMe and tie an account to it. But I was offering to pay for it. So that's when we did find her. We already have the money, and if we have some left over, then I was willing to help you, since so many people are in your ear. He said, it's a lot. Hold on. I'm waiting for her to scroll. Roxy, I got that, girl. I got that. Thank you. Thank you. Keep scrolling, girl. I'm back down, girl. You're going the opposite way. Girl, we want the rest of the tea. We is over here nosy as hell. Oh, she screenshot. Okay. He says, it's a lot. I'm really getting to my breaking point. Not finna argue with no one. Love y'all. You still not getting me, cuz if you so-called can make more money, what's stopping you from letting it go? It's sad. This is sad. Like, this is poor Roxy. Poor Roxy. I feel bad for her. She says, you say I'm not getting you, but you're not getting me. What I was saying was I was raising money to pay for things so that can be in order. I am not a last minute person. Correct. Roxy said I'm a planner. Okay. I'm a planner. Said like, let's be for real, cuz. Okay, that's for her grandma to do. She says, what's stopping you from raising y'all own money for her because everybody got their hand out? But I ain't been out here making no noise for her but me. But now people got their hand out for money. Make that make sense. I know that's what she said, but what? Because y'all started to piss me off. Rox's like, wait a minute. I'm about to start cussing you motherfuckers out. That's what that word. So he said, it's so many fake accounts and going around. If you didn't see that, that's why I'm asking you. She says there is no other GoFundMe account for her other than that one that I created, and that's just posted something. And that's just posted something at the Go For Me account. Literally has my name on it, and the other GoFundMe account that somebody else tried to create was already reported and taken down. He is. I'm assuming that means all right. So what we doing? Cuh, you gonna help me or no? Because I already bring to you and your mom attention that I need work. And she says she got me. I can make one anyway because I don't have iOS 16 and higher. I literally got a whole city behind me, cuh. Okay. She says, Roxy says, it seems like you're looking for handouts at this point. If someone owes you something, correct, besides your mammy, you're coming off very entitled, and that's not a good look at, on you. I'm sure she meant on you. We are here for you if you need to talk and express in private. What jobs have you applied for? Correct. Welcome to McDonald's. Can we take your motherfucking order, please? He said a lot of jobs, cuh. And stop trying to embarrass me. No, you're doing that all by yourself. NaZiyah, you're doing that all by yourself. Oh no. Oh no, you are doing an incredible job of embarrassing yourself, you window fucking liquor. You don't need any assistance in that department. No, no. You don't need no help. You are a true embarrassment. You sure are. You don't need any assistance in that department. All this dry begging, all this panhandling through text messages through iOS and a girl, it's crazy. He says that's why I'm asking, cause it's the audacity to be sitting here begging me and talking about some don't try to embarrass me. Like, oh, that's a hit dog hollering, howling at the moon. Because anybody, I'm trying to embarrass you. Facts. You literally sitting here acting like I owe you something. I don't. I ain't push you out. What's your problem? And then she says, okay, well, patience is key right now, as hard as may be. Where is the child's mother and grandmother? He says, I don't know, cuz. She says, you can make quick money by shoving snow. Had that. He said, mom left us for drugs, cuz. Grandma at home depressed. But she over here talking about some, the mama. Lady, yo said you left them for drugs. Hello? But you talking about I'm still a mother. Are you sure? He ain't said nothing about you raising them. He ain't said nothing about that sweet. So he said yes to the question about her asking him if he tried to shovel snow for money. He said yes. He said, but most people stuff shovel. Yeah, because people getting up before and getting into 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening talking about some can I shovel your and people done already got up in the morning and did. She says, what about local stores around the area? Well, he done stole from all of them. He put a like emoji. She said, where have you applied? He said plants stores. Ooh, not plant stores. Fast foods. And then he said not everywhere, everyone, he says. Everyone, he says. Walmart, Target, Walgreens, Amazon. He said, I tried. Do you even know how to fill out a job application? He says, nothing's working. That's why I'm asking. I'm asking, but I am now. But now I am. I just need money for my child. Her birthday coming up. Wow. You know the name for that child. He says, she says, I saw the McDonald's is hiring right now. You need patient, Vari. Everything takes time. Are you putting that you have open availability or limited? He says, yes. Any hours. I mean, so I can work more hours. Then why the you ain't at work? She says, so who's going to keep the baby while you at work? So he's saying that he got his child by himself, that you know, the baby and the mama, the baby mama, the baby grandmama done abandoned him and whatnot. So he got the baby all to himself. You know, girl, no, he lied. No, he lied. So he says, she says, so who's going to keep the baby while you're at work? He says, I already have my ID and I know my social. And then he answered a question and said, her mom. Okay. She said, what skills do you have? And then he also replied again, says, so who's going to keep the baby while you're up? He says, goes to school, and they have a daycare in school she goes to. So he's talking about the mom of the baby. And then she says, have you she says, Roxy says, have you tried Job Corps? He says, I'm a fast worker. She says, you can get paid and they give you a place to stay and you can learn a trade. He says, cause I don't need to be away from my kid. I'm 18, not a little anymore. Please, you want to be grown so bad, but begging. Grown people work. Like, they don't make excuses. They work. They make it happen. She says, I understand that, but you are in a position of what you have to do. He says, I need to be at a plant or something. She says, you can still see your kid after school and on the weekends. I'm not going back to that because I already tried everything you're saying. I need your work. Build up. Roxy, let me find out you sell drugs. Because he act like he's talking to Nina Brown. He says, I work. It don't matter. Her. She says, how are you going to get work every day? Have you tried anything on the west side? He says, I'm not on the west side. I'm east. Hold on. Okay, what's this? Okay, I don't know how this came up with. She said, okay. He says she was a effing in girl. He groomed her. And y'all know that. Is it else to say? They effing failed. I was gone. Lady gone. Lady is his mom. Christ gone. Stop saying money. You the one who raised it. And put it 15K. Like what? Weird. Okay, she says, that's awesome. Keep up the good work. I gotta go. He said, but this spotted in my sis already send me the stuff. I'll be in control of it since I'm the voice. I'll add payment and stuff before we can't anymore. This is just sad. This is just sad. Okay, and what's okay. Anyways, so here goes the brother. Okay, now I'm gonna put him on the screen so y'all can see the brother. Here go the brother, y'all. Here go the brother. Go to slow miss.
You talking about where you being molested to? Hell no. What? I was done.
So that's the answer. So people say, like, did he leave because Jarvis Butts was over there? Because this is NaZiyah's big brother, NaZiyah. And he lived with her grandmother too, with NaZiyah as well, while their mother lady was out in the streets, you know, on Uggs and whatnot. So many people have the question like, well, was he being, you know, assaulted too? He says no. So that theory is out the window. He said he was not. He's gone.
Bro, why is he... Hold on. I'm finna pin that shit, bro. What, bro? Who is...
NaZiyah. Why would you even say that shit? Come out where you being molested too. I'm a whole nigga. You think I'll let another hoe? Bro, come on, let's be for real. You think? Come on now. That's a dumbass question. Don't even come on my live asking that dumbass shit, bro. Like for real.
But see, it's how all that toxic, literally toxic masculinity. It does not mean nothing happened to him. He could just be getting defensive because most black men associate being essayed by a male as gay instead of just trauma, because it has nothing to do with a person's sexuality. And I'm talking about the victim. So it does not make you gay because a man did something to you. It's a violation. It was an unwanted action. So that means that you did not consent to it. You giving consent means that you gay. Somebody violating you has nothing to do with your sexuality. Has nothing to do with you. Now it has something to do with theirs. Like they must be gay, or something. If they're willing, a male, trying to essay another male, they may be gay. But that does not say anything about your sexuality. But most black men are over masculinity, toxic masculinity, associate them being violated by another male as gay instead of just a trauma and them being a victim of an unwanted action.
Like, I don't even got time for that shit. Like, he was pregnant and got mad and did something. You got a point too, NaZiyah -0. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't know.
Absolutely, Tracy. That is why a higher ratio of men do not come forward and state when these things happen, because they do not want to be associated with as being gay. They do not want that stigma placed on them. And there's also a certain vulnerability that they don't want to show too. They also view it as being weak. They view it as, oh, you let somebody take something from you. Listen to how he responded. Like, oh, you really think I'm going to let somebody do something like that to me? You think I'm going to let him up? Da, 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 da. Because they view it as a weakness. They don't view it as what it is, like a trauma. People look at them like, oh, you a hoe because you let this dude do da da da. He was a kid. Like, what do you expect a kid to do against a grown man? But still, they don't look that way. And it's very idiotic. It is very ignorant mindset to have. And I think more men would come forward if it was explained in a way to where they knew that it had nothing with their sexuality.
You talking about where you being molested to? Hell no. What?
Look how defensive he gets.
Oh, yeah, bro, why is we... Bro, I'm finna pin that shit, bro. What, bro? Who is... Why would you even say that shit? Talking about where you being molested?
Because it's a good question. You live there too. You're young too. You're only 18 years old. And you left. We don't know why. So here you are, you can that. So that's a possibility, because they said that Jarvis was not just doing it to women, he was doing it to males and young boys. So that's the rumor out there. That wasn't just happening to females, that he was doing it to both. And to other women that he had dated, that he allegedly wasn't just, doing it to the girls that these women had, that he was doing it to the boys too. And with you being in the household, if he targeted your sister, why would he have not targeted you? So it is a valid question. And that's all it was a question. If it didn't, nothing happened, you could just simply say nothing happened. But we're so defensive, that makes me think, well, hey, did something happen? Because why are you getting so defensive? Why you really think I would? No one would want to let somebody do something like that to them. But when you are a child, it's different with strength, all of that, when a grown man is trying to do something to you. Like, what do you mean? Like, so you've been this tough since you was a 4-year-old, you've been beating niggas up? Since you was 5, you knocking out 19 and 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. You like, you could do that at 5, 6. Oh, you could do that? You could do that? Like, it's like, you sound like ignorant, extremely ignorant. Because when you left, you were a child. You didn't leave at 16, 17 years old. Now, then, yeah, that may have been, I would understand, like, the audacity. Like, I was damn near grown. Like, no, I would have said something. I would have did. What, are you kidding me? Like, I'm 16. I could fight. I could do all type of stuff to defend myself. But you were when you left. That's how you know he is not the brightest bulb.
So I'm a whole nigga. You think I'll list another hoe? Bro, come on, let's be for real. You think, come on now. That's a dumbass question. Don't even come on my live asking that dumbass.
That is not a dumb question.
Like, for real. Like, I don't even got time for that shit. Pregnant and got mad and did something.
got a point too. As I find this zero, I ain't gonna lie, but I don't know. Man, I've been gone, bro. Bro, I've been gone years, bro. What'd you say? I ain't doing shit. I'm chilling out here, bro. I ain't been saying too much. I'm just chilling, bro. Hell no, bro. What you think happened? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I had a dream about a whole bunch of shit. I ain't gonna lie. You really want me to keep on this? No, I ain't know my little sister was pregnant, though. I ain't like, come on now, y'all. What, if you think I knew all this shit, bro, don't you think I would have been shut this shit down, y'all? Like, let's be fair. I'm her big brother, bro. If I would have known this shit, would have been shut all this shit down, bro. I don't know. I didn't know nothing, bro. I'm a coming. Even when I came around and checked in on her and shit here and there, bro. I ain't, you feel me, bro. Bro. I need it. I'm gonna use it. I gotta put the circle on her ass, bro. I don't know. Yes, this is her big brother, bro. I am. So you ain't know about Jarvis? He already did. I mean, I know about the nigga, like it's as far as like my auntie like talking to the nigga, like, cause that's her baby daddy, bro. Like, let's be for real, bro. You feel me? All I know is that's my auntie, but I ain't really know the nigga like personally for real. We really gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Like, I don't really know. For real.
Honestly, shout out to Not Like Us says end of the publications in the public education system now. I don't feel like this has any public with public school. What I feel like when you see kids and teenagers and stuff and ones that that talk like this, act like this, walk like this, they are a part of their environment. If you encourage your kid, like I encourage my children, that's why my children are bright. They're bright because myself and their mother, we keep their head books. We make sure their homework and stuff turned in. If they miss an assignment, stuff like that, we all over it. I challenge my kids, my daughter, for the last 4 years. I pay her each year to be on each year, and I make the money higher and higher. And it's strategy to me to keep her intelligent, to keep her interested in school, because it's so easy when you get to a certain age to kind of just not be as involved or interested anymore. So it's the parents' responsibility to keep your kid interested in school, whether they like or not. Just sending them to school is not enough because they're not doing what they need to do while they're there. They're not taking the education. They're not doing anything to better themselves while they're there. That's why they're in a lot of trouble, and because they don't understand what's going on because you've let it go on for so long. If you stay on them their whole life when they come to school, that's how it was. My parents, they stayed on me. So that's what kept me interested in school because it was easy to lose sight of my education. It was easy to do that. All of these temptations, out here in the world and the streets are really, like it's kind of like if they call you, she'd be like, Sean, do my homework and I hear the streets calling me, like Sean. So it's very easy caught up out there. So my mom didn't play that. When we came in, homework, backpacks down, where your homework at? If we didn't have homework, we had to prove it. My mom would call the school. She'd talk to the teacher. When they call home, she was returning voicemails, she did all that stuff. I couldn't get behind if I wanted to because she stayed on it. So that's what kept me intelligent. So I can't blame the school system because their job is they have a curriculum that they have to teach our kids, and that is it. It is not their job to teach our kids manners. It is not their job to teach our kids how to act. It is not their job for our kids hygiene and stuff to be up, for them to look nice, for them. No, not at all. That's our responsibility. That's for us to. Now, a teacher can only do so much. Now, the teacher can bring the child to the water, but we the one who gonna force them to drink it. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a kid head down in the water. You're gonna drink this damn water. Whether if I gotta hold the water and put it in your mouth, you gonna drink it. I don't know about in other people's house, but in mine, you're going to do that. Because then when you have education, you have so many more options when you soaked up a lot of different things. So then in many different areas, you can shine. With people like him, he lacks education. Lacking that education, even when it comes to looking for jobs, he only looking for what's obvious instead of looking for something that he may really be good at. Even when his cousin was like, "Oh, have you thought about going to Job Corps to learn a trade?" That's still a really good idea. Yeah, you may have to sacrifice now, but in the long run, knowing a trade, like Jarvis, a big mechanic, that is a trade. And having that can be very useful because you can always make money. You're always useful, like welders and stuff like that. Those people are always, and whatnot, instead of just thinking one way and being like, well, if I don't work at, one of these fast food places or one of these apartment stores or getting into a factory, I'm never going to make any money. But if you have education, again, you get to think outside the box, and what instead of just being like, well, I tried places I couldn't get hired, so there's no jobs. There's plenty of jobs. Sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone, because what matters is bringing in money. But if he bought these things, how was he supposed to do them? My kids have watched myself and their mother grind. We have grind our whole life. We worked. We've always took care of them, put clothes on. So now when they're growing, they have a really good example of what to do because they've seen it. But when your parents ain't present and stuff like that, and you depending on other people, or you out here in these streets doing super stuff, selling and doing whatever you can to put food in your mouth and keep some clean clothes on your back and whatnot, you lack in a lot of areas. That's why parents are so essential, so that the kids can actually focus on their education. How can they focus on their education if they're worried about how they're going to eat, where they're going to sleep, if the police going to pull up on them, warrants and probation? How are they supposed to focus on the education when they're already having kids? And like, how can they do any of that stuff? How? That's why we're needed. Those kids, they need those good 18s at least of freedom to be able to figure out what they're going to do with the rest of their lives. Growing up early means that you're taking a lot of opportunities, and decisions are taken from you, so you don't get to make them on your own. What happened to NaZiyah, things were taken from her, so she didn't get to make them on her own. One day NaZiyah should have been to have a beautiful baby and all that with a man that loves her, closer to her age, all of those things, instead of being taken advantage of and groomed at a very young age. She was set up for failure. He set her up for failure, and her Aunt Shelly gave him the board to be able to do it on. So she didn't really have a real chance at life. She's only 13 years old. 13 years ain't enough time to really learn nothing. Besides this, if the stove is red, it's hot. 6 times 6 is 36. Like that, 13 ain't that. All of the stuff that young lady and saw and did. She was only 13. Her life done been wilder than some 50, 60-year-olds. Ain't never done nothing she done did. Insane. Crazy. So, yeah. So I don't blame the school system. I definitely blame the parents. Yeah. If your kid at school bullying my child, what that got to do with teachers? That got everything to do with what's going on at home.
When you find out shit, when I came back, from out of town, like, if you left, came back from out of town, they told you your little sister was missing, like, how would you feel? You'd be like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be asking about no GoFundMe. I know that much. I wouldn't be asking about no damn GoFundMe. Oh, let me go back to that picture, because I hear that this was actually...
That's her baby daddy, bro. Like, let's be for real, bro. You feel me? All I know is that's my auntie baby daddy. Like, I ain't really know the nigga, like, personally, for real. We're doing the honey with y'all. Like, I don't really know. Alright. For real.
That must be his baby. Background.
When you find out shit, when I came back from out of town, like, if you left, came back from out of town, told you your little sister was missing, like, how would you feel? You'd be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Now you.
I wouldn't be online rolling no blunt. I could say that much. So I believe that this is the last picture she was seen, I believe. Because even Jarvis's sister said that she had on a colorful jacket. I believe, is this the picture? Or is this the picture from another time? Because I'm confused. Because the jacket that she had on at school was not colorful. That was not colorful. So is this like an old picture? Or is this the jacket that was talking about? I don't know. I was wondering. Like, because the lady said she was in a colorful jacket. I'm confused. That was the jacket on the bus. Okay, that's what I heard. Because on the bus was the last actual photograph that she had took. I think I'm not sure. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the jacket. Okay. She looked pregnant. Yes, very so much. Very so much. She had the colorful coat on over her black hoodie. Okay, okay. It's crazy how everybody's saying something, but it's been a year. Right. That's what Roxy was trying to warn him. Like, it's been a whole year, you ain't saying nothing. Look pregnant on this pic. She does. She does. That's why I said it seems like a more recent photograph. Because her body's more full in the picture. So he can smoke up my right. That's what I said. I'm like, I wouldn't be in front of this camera rolling no blunt. You talking about some you need help with you and your daughter. Like, it's given that you going straight to the weed man. It's not given that you going straight to the pamper aisle. It's not giving that. Yeah, she was definitely here. Yes, it looks that way. I would agree. I would agree. Poor thing. Yeah. And then I'm still running with the theory that NaZiyah stopped home before she left with him. And my theory is still that is because one, the tablet, the school tablet, it was at the house. She needs that at school. And she had it at school. She was not missing it. So how did it get there? How did it get there? Yeah. And another thing. Or, I mean, she could have had the tablet with her. She could have. But that doesn't help the case because it was there for how many months and the aunt never turned it on, nothing. Because they found information and accounts that Jarvis was contacting her through said tablet because she didn't have a phone. She didn't have a phone at first. So that's why I'm going back to who knows how long this had been happening because she had a tablet the whole time she was in that school. And she had been in that school years. So it dates back to when she was at least 11 years old when there was something dating to show that there, like a receipt or a message to show that there was something happening to them. She had a phone. Yes, she did have a phone. Yeah, I didn't say that she didn't have a phone. Because the grandma made it seem as if she didn't know that she had a phone. I will say that. They made it seem as if they weren't aware of her contacting Jarvis via phone, which is weird. Because she had TikTok videos, all of that stuff. It's like, where was she doing it? She doing it on? What was she doing it on? It wasn't just that tablet. It couldn't have been, because most schools don't allow you to have stuff like that on your tablets and stuff. Where my kids live is iPads. They have iPads. They're not allowed to have any of their iPad. Their classes and their classwork, and if there's distant learning, that's what their iPads are for. And they're not allowed to be downloading stuff, and besides the things that they've approved. Some things they will approve and be like, okay, that's fine. You can have that, like certain like little games and stuff. They'll let the kids have, but they really don't let you put like social media or anything like that on it. And privacy is another thing. So yeah, my kids have iPads. Their school sending home iPads. I should go grab it and show y'all. But yeah. So I know everything that goes out on it, and so does the school, and they monitor everything. So that's another reason they don't want you having anything like that on there, because they don't need to be like monitoring the conversations that your kids are having with like boyfriends, girlfriends at schools. If they're sending explicit things, they don't want nothing to do with that. So that's usually why they don't allow you to download anything like social media wise, because all that information needs to be protected and private. They don't want nothing to do with it. And they don't want to be liable for if anything should happen. They don't want to say we use the schools to do so, but on her tablet there was emails, so they were contacting each other via email on there. So which is something that they would allow them to create emails and things like that. So she was talking to Jarvis via email. So who knows how long it actually started? I mean, when it actually started. Only NaZiyah could tell us. She said, we don't know. He met her at 2 years old. He had been around her since she was 2. Gave a 4-year-old an STD. But y'all want me to leave that it didn't start till around the age of 11? No, that's just the first time you could track it. Before then, I'm sure it was all verbal or him just bringing her into a room, having his way. You know, taking her and her cousins and stuff shop and taking her to the shop and having his way with her. I do not believe that it didn't start way earlier. As far as I'm concerned, it could have started at 2 years old. Because he don't discriminate. A 4-year-old, I'm supposed to believe that he did nothing to her. He just let her rock. He just let her rock. Asia said that 9-year-old knew better. Now that 9-year-old people in her life that love her. That's what that is. Yeah. She has people in her life that are truly looking after her. The grandmother went after her when it came to that because her grandmother probably viewed it as normal. You know, not that generational. I would say that is generational. It happened to her. She was 11 having babies. Like, you know, this what goes down. A grown man takes interest in you. You do what you got to do. That's perception. Even with the Molden family that I showed. The Molden family, the mother, even when it came to her, the mother, let me play that real quick. The mother acted like, oh, my daughter pregnant? Well, I mean, she acted completely shocked. Like she had no idea what was going on. No idea what was going on. Even her son, when they had arrested son, she didn't say, the mother, she didn't say, and the Molden is another, I'll play that again. She didn't say, I mean, the son didn't say, Mom, why they're arresting me? Why are they arresting me? It's like he already knew why he was being arrested. It's like he already knew. And then the mother coming out like, my daughter, like, you know, daughter's pregnant. She don't have a boyfriend or anything like that. You know what's going on in this house. You know what happened to her. Like, that is what drives people. Let's get into it.
Arrested after their intellectually disabled daughter gives birth to her own brother's baby. Not only was it confirmed that her brother was taking advantage of her, but it is believed that the mother knew about it. He did lie to the police, as well as the father may have been abusing her as well because of questionable searches that they found on his phone when he realized that a DNA test would be done on every male in the house to figure out who fathered that baby. This is the Molden family. Tamika Molden is the mother. The father's name is Nathaniel Molden, and his son has his same name. In July of 2024, an intellectually disabled girl, age 18 at the time, was taken to the hospital where she gave birth to a baby. Because of that intellectual disability, DHS was called by the hospital that she gave birth at. When DHS came to respond to the call, the daughter, who is intellectually disabled, told them that her father had fathered the baby, while her mother told them that it was her boyfriend.
So basically, with her being intellectually disabled, those type of individuals are very somewhat susceptible to sexual abuse, meaning that it is very easy to hurt and harm these people due to them having it's harder for them to communicate. And not only would it being harder for them to communicate, they are not sexual beings, meaning they cannot process a relationship or process a boyfriend and having a girlfriend and things like that. So it's a higher probability that those people never date in their lives. You know, they come and go and they are kind of just, you know, loners, if you will. That you're not going to see them seeking. They don't have the mentality to seek and understand being sexual and or in a relationship. So anything happening to them is you taking advantage of them as a vulnerable adult. So that's what happened to this young lady. So when she came in pregnant, it's a red flag immediately, and they have to call the police, CPS, all of that, protective services, because how is she pregnant? There is no way in the world that this woman consented to anything. She was taken advantage of because she doesn't have the mental capability to even process being sexual. So that is why they called instantly. So, yeah.
So DHS decided to do a DNA test on everyone in the home, and when they did, they found that it was actually the brother who fathered me. Now, according to the court documents, it showed that the father actually...
Yes, it's Molden. Molden, just like you spelled it, Laura. Yes, Molden.
Google searched how to corrupt the DNA test, as well as...
And I'm currently working on surviving a Molden family. Like I said, with these stories, they need to be explained. They need to be out there because we help, and we all help as a group, as a community.
Siblings have the same DNA. Now, the young lady who was abused by her brother was taken into DHS custody, where she is now in the system, along with the baby that she gave birth. They arrested the son as well as the mom and dad. The mom and dad have since bailed out, but the brother is still incarcerated.
County prosecutors charge Metro parents for not protecting their intellectually disabled daughter from sexual abuse. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Carl Torp.
And I'm Amanda Taylor. The victim recently gave birth. The police investigation revealing the alleged abuser to be the victim's brother. News Night's crime tracker Jennifer Pierce live at the Oklahoma County Jail, where the remains in custody at this hour. Jen?
And the victim's brother is being held on 1 count of incest. Her parents were taken into custody for child neglect. They have since paid bail and were released.
What's up?
151.
Mom. Mom. Mom.
See, Mom, it's not like he doesn't have any idea. He knows why they're there. He ain't like, Mom, why are they arresting me? The police are here arresting me. I didn't do nothing. Like, he calling her because she know what's up. Just
relax, NaZiyah.
Police took 3 family members into custody from their village this week.
I gotta arrest someone.
You're Tamika, right?
How?
Just turn around for me, okay?
I'm trying to ask how.
The village police investigation started in July when DHS notified officers an intellectually disabled 18-year-old gave birth. Authorities could not determine who fathered the child. The teen and her mother, Tamika Molden, claimed a boyfriend was the baby's father. Police say the victim also told a DHS worker her father, Nathaniel Molden...
Now, you see how the mother, even out her own mouth, said, no, she got a boy. Knowing this girl ain't got no boyfriend. You know she don't. She can't even process having a boyfriend. She don't even know what that means. She don't know what that look like, nothing. She's a vulnerable adult. What the fuck are you talking about? Her boyfriend? What boyfriend? Who? Because if she got a boyfriend, why are they testing the family? Just due to the baby's DNA, they know that the baby is related to its father. Yeah, not because the father fathered it. No, it's like double DNA. Hello? And then the defect that the baby was born with as well. There's many different things that come from incest. Many different birth types, many different disabilities, dysfunctions that comes with it. So they are not stupid. All right? They're stupid. These 2 motherfuckers on the screen are stupid. Okay? But they are not. Nurses and doctors know what they looking at. The hell? That's why they got contacting law enforcement immediately. They don't know what's going on at your house. They have no idea. But judging off this baby and this woman and her diagnosis, somebody is taking advantage of her. Okay? She has been R-worded is what is going on. Because she can't give consent. She's a vulnerable adult. Yes, vulnerable adults are susceptible to sexual abuse. So that you cannot engage them. That's why if you like work at a facility or something like that and you start in a relationship with a vulnerable adult, your ass is going to jail. Your ass is going to jail. It don't matter how old they are. It don't matter if they acted like they want to stand that none of that matters. You're going to jail. You took advantage of a vulnerable adult. Okay? That is basically RAPE. Correct. Now, they can necessarily do know with client and client. If 2 clients decide to get it on or creep and get it on, it's not too much they could do about that. But because they're at the same mental capacity. But when it comes to an average day-to-day person working a job, then you're supposed to be assisting the vulnerable adults. It is a crime to do anything with him. You can't date him, nothing. Kiss him, nothing. Okay? That's just what they were.
C was the father.
Collected both DNA from the male members of the household, and it was confirmed through DNA testing at the OSBI to match the brother.
Court documents indicate Nathaniel Molden Jr. admitted to having inappropriate contact with his sister 2 years prior.
So he admitted, which he didn't really have a choice. I mean, you're the father of the baby, like, admitted. So, yeah, so he admitted that he was doing this with his sister.
Birth of the baby. Molden says he and his sister have been caught by their parents and punished. Police say the Moldens never.
So imagine catching it's not me and my sister was caught. No, you were caught in there assaulting your sister. Your sister didn't do nothing wrong. What you mean you and your sister got caught? No, you sick. You got caught. She didn't get caught doing nothing. What she get caught doing? You took advantage of your own sister. But your daddy taught you because you caught him doing it. So you felt like it was okay for you to do it too. Because what could he say? What could the daddy say? You coming, he getting on top of her. Y'all got this silent woman in this house that y'all are destroying. Because she can't convey, as you see, she said that the baby was her father's. She don't know what's what. But she know her daddy was on top of her. She knew her brother was on top of her.
Reported the abuse to authorities before or after their daughter became pregnant.
The reason charges were filed on the parents was because there was no intervention to prevent any type of improper actions towards this child at the time who couldn't fend for herself.
And police say they initially suspected the father to be the abuser. Court documents say the father searched how to corrupt a DNA test and...
So the father searched how to corrupt the DNA. He could have been doing this for a number of reasons. He could have been doing it, one, because he was trying to protect his son. You know, like how to make it so that it looked like it's somebody else's baby, you know, type of thing. And he could have been doing this to protect himself. Because the DNA, him and his son have close DNA. So I believe that he didn't know if it was his or his son's. I believe both parties were doing it to her. I do not believe the son in there and just started doing it on his own. I think the son caught his father, and that was his green light. Because the parents had caught him doing it to his sister before. So that's enough to make you separate them completely if you're not going to get the law involved. So if they weren't going to get the law involved, which that's what they should have done, he should have been out of that home. He should have been arrested, incarcerated, all of that. No, instead they protected him. The father protected him because he was doing it too. That's why I believe, honestly, I believe that's exactly what I do. And I think that it's easier for the father to get off the hook at this point because the son is the father of the baby. Because the daughter said out of her own mouth that it was her dad. When they asked her and talked to her about how she ended up getting pregnant and how to have a baby and whatnot, she said it was her father. I don't think she was lying. I just think that she knew exactly who the father was. But I do think that her dad was doing it to her. I do. 100%. Yeah, I think that's who she wanted to get in trouble. I think she wanted her dad, the person that, you know, and because who knows how long he's been doing. He probably been doing it to the girl since she was born. Who knows? So I believe that. I do. Because the parents caught them. So why would you catch them but do nothing about it? The mother absolutely knew what was going on with her daughter, but went up there and lied and said that the daughter had a boyfriend and that's what she was pregnant by. Why lie? What are you lying for? Protect your kid. Why lie? Because you did nothing to protect her. Nothing. When you found out that this was going on, you did nada. What, yelled at him or something? What? It took for her to get pregnant for people to find out that this happened. So if she would have never gotten pregnant, no one would have ever found out. That's it. No one would have ever found out. I feel that the father and son had their way with her. I do, whenever they wanted. That's how I feel. I feel the son would have never started engaging his sister like that if not given the green light by his father. His dad tell him, like, you can or you can go in there and do. No, I don't think that. I think, am I back? Sorry. My reception is going crazy. I don't know why. So yeah, I think that the mom knew exactly what was going on and had no intention of doing anything about it. No intention. None whatsoever. And that's why all of them are where they are, you know. And thank God the sisters and well, you know, with DHS, because she don't need to be nowhere near those people. You know, the mom knew because she lied. She lied and said that daughter had a boyfriend. There's no record of her ever having a boyfriend. Why say that? Because she's protecting her man, just like Shannon is protecting Jarvis and this whole NaZiyah situation. It's the same thing. So it's good at bringing up points so people can see it from another perspective. These things happen, and much as the family should be protecting the innocent, they don't. They don't. She protected her husband, the mother Molden, Miss Molden. She protected her man. She didn't protect her daughter. As to what if they would have believed that the daughter did have a boyfriend. And since the daughter had a boyfriend, they didn't do any DNA tests because they need this man and exclude him before doing DNA tests in the home. Then that means the mother and the father would have gotten out of jail and the son would have been released too. And she would have still been in their care and they would have still been doing what they're doing to her. I think that maybe something would have happened to the baby. You look up, I mean, she is, you know, not able to necessarily care for a child. So they could easily blame it on her, made that baby disappear and say, oh, last time we seen she had the baby and whatnot, or made an accident happen at that house with that baby and say that she had the baby, blame it on her. They would have made that baby disappear. Yes, they would have. They would have made that baby disappear because the baby's proof. The baby's proof of what they were doing. It was proof. Just like NaZiyah's baby. NaZiyah's baby was proof of what Jarvis Butts was doing to her. The baby was proof. So that there was more than one that they were trying to get rid of with getting rid of NaZiyah. You know, his reputation was already stained and tarnished. It was just going to be rebuilt all over again. You know, everybody was going to stack those out just like they're doing now. All his past coming back to haunt him and whatnot. So he was trying to avoid all of this. That was the point of getting rid of NaZiyah, was to avoid everything that's happening now. But God don't like ugly. So, yeah. That's why he's getting everything he's getting right now tenfold. Absolutely. I'm on a coffee in about an hour here, okay? I'm going to go put the notifications and stuff up now. I love you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hitting the like, 752 likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super stickers and cash apps. And again, thank you for liking the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We will be back over here live again tomorrow. We absolutely will. But until then, y'all on coffee in about an hour, okay? For sure doing the show. I'm going to put the stuff up right now. And then I'll see y'all. Oh my goodness, I love y'all. I love y'all. So I'll see you guys on coffee. And rest in peace to NaZiyah. If she's still alive, we are still looking for you. But I just think it's a low probability. But still, we'll keep hope alive. So shout out to NaZiyah and her family. Shout out to Roxy. And until the next video, I love you guys. Bye.